Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Tales of Legendia. As we teased yesterday, well not teased, as we announced yesterday, this will be the next Friday and Saturday stream that we're going to be doing here, and we've already dropped 3.5% of our frames. That's just a great side of things to come. Yo, welcome to the stream. The next stream title should be Surely Not. I'll keep that in mind. That's a good one. Okay, so anyway, Tales of Legendia. It's I pretty much said everything that I needed to say about this game yesterday, but you know, for anyone who didn't watch the Ratchet and Clank stream, this game is pretty much great in every aspect except the gameplay. So due to that, I decided that this is an experience that I definitely want to keep, that I want to record and have on my channel. But the game itself is not something that I'll personally be coming back to too often. So this is actually a trade-in game, but we're playing it on an emulator anyway. So I'll just trade my physical copy of the game maybe whenever the next time I stop by the game store I usually go to. But we're gonna be sticking with the emulated version as long as there's no weird issues, and there shouldn't be. But yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing. Let's just go and mess around with the settings here. Manual, that's fine. Subtitles, that's fine. Vibration, I don't like vibration. Battle difficulty, normal, sounds fine. We'll give it a normal for now. If the battles start getting too annoying and I just want to get through them as quickly as possible, I'll see what happens. But I'll be keeping the Shirley counter on YouTube because it's easier to keep track week by week. Yeah, fair enough. And if you try to keep the Shirley counter here on Twitch, you'll probably get like an automatic warning from Twitch for spamming the same words too often. Like, wait a minute, he's just counting. What's he doing? Why is he in 25 in less than 2 minutes? Nah, yes, Twitch will probably like unintentionally ban you if you try to do it. Anyways, as much as I love the music in the game, it is kind of loud, so let's see if we can keep it like that. And then battle voices, let's bring the hell down on that, because as we remember from Tales of Symphonia, those battle voices can get pretty annoying when there's just 4 characters talking over each other all the time. So let's make sure that's not too bad. Screen should not need to be adjusted. Previous settings are fine. Everything's fine. I'll see about helping your battles not seem so annoying with tips. Thank you for your valuable input. Okay, so normally we will start a new game here, but I found a save file online that will make the experience a little bit smoother for us. So we're just gonna pick this random thing. Don't pay too much attention to the party members here. It's just pretend you didn't see anything there. And let's just go into the grade shop. So this person left 906 grade, which here in Legendia is able to you can literally afford everything. So all skits and titles acquired will carry over okay, so that carries over automatically. You don't need to purchase those. But the rest of this stuff, let's see. Nothing to see here, folks. No party. Those people you just saw in the intro cutscene, yeah, they don't exist. You pretend you'd never heard of these people before. Anyways, 20 items and 30 items. This is your item limit, because as you remember in Tales of Symphonia, there actually was an item limit of 20, and with the Great Shop we managed to get that up to 30. In this game, the item limit is, if I'm not mistaken, 15. It's 5 less. That's not a lot to work with. I remember struggling a lot with that when I was playing this game first, because I just kept running out of magic lenses. So we're going to increase this to 30 items. Increase max HP. Sure, why not? Just to make sure the NPCs can live a little bit longer. I can't look at a screen like this nowadays without wincing, thinking I'm looking at a microtransaction shop. Fair enough. Also, before we keep going here, I need to answer a phone call really quick. So 1 second. Okay, it's just like calculated that I will get like interrupted by phone calls every time I start to. But anyways, yeah, just fine. And the Celia removed. Then Celia removed magic lenses. That's right, Celia. You just fight an enemy and you know what the deal is now. I need a phone emote. You know what? I really need to get one of those. It will be mighty convenient. Anyways, double experience for sure. Now, half experience, halves your experience. Combo experience means that you get more experience as your combo counter increases, which is cool. But this would like almost force us to play as Senel and maybe like one other character as long as possible, because they're the ones that can keep the combo counters going up. Anyways, Ares, okay, so before the Tales of series finally settled on calling them arts and just calling them arts, they kind of struggled to figure out a name for them. As you remember, Tales of Symphonia called them Tex, and then this game calls them Eris. So that's what those are. I could keep these because the person that had this save file apparently just had everything. But I think part of the fun of some Tales of games is actually unlocking your abilities as you progress through the game. So actually a 4 Iron Ares team would make the combo grade shop a boon. Well, fair enough, but I actually like to keep a healer or two around. Make sure they don't mess up too much. Recipes, that only costs 5. That's super cheap, holy shit. But and yeah, this person also had all the recipes, so I'm tempted to get that, because getting recipes in this game is a pain in the ass. But I think the main attraction of the recipes is interacting with the Wonder Chef, or in this game's case, the Wonder Baker. Which is, those are kind of fun. And I think from what I played yesterday or the day before, just testing out how the emulator version would work with everything. You do still get those cutscenes with the Wonder Baker, even if you already have the recipes. So, just for the sake of convenience, I'm gonna keep this. And yeah, some of the recipes are a pain, but they do have funny scenes attached to them. So if we still get to watch the cutscenes, I don't need to worry about actually unlocking the recipes if they're already there. Double grade. I mean, I don't really need to worry about it, but sure, we got the points for it. Gald. This keeps the Gald that the previous player had. In this case, like 2 million. That might be a bit overkill. I might skip on that one. I don't remember how difficult it is to get money in this game, but if we're gonna be keeping all of the recipes, well, okay, if we're gonna be keeping all the recipes, we're gonna need to buy ingredients. And you remember you have to go out of your way to get one recipe. Yeah, there's some recipes that can definitely be a pain in the ass, but let's see. Marilyn for sure, why not? Playtime, why not? Actually, no, don't keep that one, because then I'll like lose track of how long I've actually been playing the game for myself. Collector's book. I mean, okay, I think this lets us keep the information of the enemy, so that's very useful. This too, I mean, we're not gonna be completing this, like completing the game 100%. We're gonna be finishing all of the story, but not we're not doing collector's book stuff, and I don't really particularly care for it. And in this game, the way you wear costumes is through the grade shop, so you pick a costume and you're stuck with that costume for the entire game. And this is not really the thing. Okay, actually you can check the details. Okay. All characters' battles clothing set to formal, cannot be used with clothing costume, cannot be changed during the game. Let me say this real quick. Hold on. Inherent information, the collector's book, gameplay time, values for encounters and max. Oh no, yeah, encounters. That's actually like formal over default. I don't even know what formal looks like, but again, for the sake of just keeping things consistent with the cutscenes too, because remember the animated cutscenes will obviously have the default costumes. We'll keep those, and maybe at the end of the stream series, we'll just check out what the formal costumes look like or something. I don't know. Let's see, inherit Galley possession when the game was cleared. Is there anything else we need to worry about in here? Not particularly. Yeah, I'm on the fence about this one. This feels a bit old. Like, this feels like I'm making it too easy for me. So, okay. I think we're gonna go with this. Let's see, any objections before I press the end button? Start game, return to the great shop. Some titles are getting gettings are based on counters and combos. Yeah, and apparently this person already had all the titles carry over, so whatever. Let's just go. Okay.
Take this.
And here's our protagonist, which I've seen like 50,000 times already, trying to test the volumes of this game, make sure they sounded okay.
Senel?
Shirley, stay inside.
But
I mean, okay, it's probably not a good idea to come out of the ship when there's like turbulence and dramatic music going outside, Shirley. But anyways, here's our two main characters, Senel, the main guy, and Shirley, the main girl. So, you know, here's a freaking like sea worm that thing almost looks like it came from
Hurry up and hide.
that monster show from Nickelodeon many years back.
Hey, over here.
I don't remember what it was called, but it was just like real monsters. That's what that thing looks like. It came from Real Monsters. Now that I look at it,
Come on.
I feel like I should have some player input here,
Let's see how you like this.
other than just skipping the dialogue. But you know what? That's how the game feels like working right now. I never understood the art style for most characters. I think they were just trying to almost make them look like fishes. That's what I'm gonna go with.
Senel?
I mean, not really in Shirley's case, but in some of the other characters, like Jay and maybe even Norma. They look a little bit fish-like. Senel was just kind of okay, not the characters themselves, but like the costumes look
We could catch up and
really
finish him off.
sea-oriented.
Please don't push yourself. You've hardly slept at all this past week.
Shirley, you look like the kind of characters that pushes the shit out of yourself. We're one to talk.
I don't have a choice. You never know what'll happen. A ship could come by any time.
Senel is my least favorite Telltale protagonist aesthetically. I mean, I don't hate him from an aesthetic perspective. I think, yeah, the clothes I'm fine with. How the characters' bodies. He's like half Bishop and half Frankenstein monster. I mean, at least it makes him stand out. Yeah, he's definitely one of the more unique looking ones, but you know, that uniqueness does not equal likeness, which is exactly why it's like schoolgirl idols and all that shit is still super popular in Japan, because it's safe. They know they're gonna like them. Okay.
I can keep watch too.
No. You know the sea breeze is like poison to you.
That's I mean, I know it's got salt on it, but that's a bit extreme, don't you think?
Don't worry, I can take a little bit, really.
We can all get a little bit salty every once in a while, I understand, Shirley. Also, the way Senel shakes his head is kind of weird.
Hold on.
He like shakes his entire upper body when he does it. But okay, here's a slightly less threatening Clono enemy.
Shirley, get back!
Okay. And here's our introduction to the fighting system, to the battle system. And as you can see, the character model is actually a little bit more detailed here. But we're actually being able to handle this pretty good. So Demon Fist is the thing we start with. It's basically Demon Fang, just a fist instead of a fang. There we go. Got a lot of critical damage in there too.
I have my moments.
And I'm not sure if this was the first game to introduce this, but we actually have battle details here. It tells you not only what you got, but the calculations that led to your grade. And this pretty much became a standard after this game. So at least this was a nice thing that either they introduced in this game, or they might have introduced it in Tales of Rebirth, and you know, I wouldn't know, because we don't have that one here in the States. I kind of would have liked to get that one as well, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. There's way too many Tales of games that are just not available for English audiences. But that's neither here nor there. We're playing one that is available, so let's not worry about that too much right now.
The monster felt different than the others. It was almost human.
I'm not sure what your description of human is, Senel, but that's pushing it a bit.
Was that a terror quest?
Okay, we have officially started with the JRPG like terms, because every JRPG has to have its own weird names for things that exist, and they're based on like ancient mythology that nobody else would know about unless they actually looked up the game's history, or it's just puns on words that exist. Okay.
What now?
You're going towards the light, that's a bad idea.
Senel, look! Behind you!
Huh? What the?
And now we get our first anime cutscene, so that's cool. These are actually very well made in this game.
What the...
So I'm gonna try to be a little bit quiet for these. I think Senel and Shirley are some of the most unfortunate Tales of protagonists to start off their adventures. Like, that's just a bad way to start an adventure here. Like, they almost just died. Or maybe actually died, I don't know. Looks like they didn't have much luck in that incident.
Shirley. Shirley. Say something! Shirley! What the...
And now here's these characters look a lot just kind of silly in these like super chibi character models, even though we're supposed to take them fairly seriously. But you know what, that's just kind of how it works sometimes.
So, she's come.
Well, that's what he's supposed to look like. He's called this like tall, cool dude with a deep voice and like a mysterious scheme around him. Over there, he just looks like a little kid.
Shirley, hang on!
You're trying to tell me he just fled immediately as the ship came in? That's very convenient timing. Jeez.
This fever. She's burning up. She got seawater all over herself.
A lot of that can be said with Tales of Eternia's models too. Yeah. Yeah, Tales of Eternia characters look a lot sillier than I think they're supposed to. Reed in particular just looks like a freaking jackass sometimes. Okay. Anyways.
Hey, is everything all right?
That is a very skin-tight suit now that I look at it. Also, hi Kratos. Or, I don't remember the actual voice actor's name, but it's the same voice actor. So, I guess that's consistent at least.
Is there someplace around here with fresh water? A river or a pond or something?
If you're specifically looking for fresh water. But, you know, if he was just looking for water, it's like, dude, you're literally by the ocean. But anyways, Cam Clark, that's the name of the voice actor. Yeah, he does a pretty good job here as well as he did in, with Kratos in Tales of Symphonia.
Well, there's a small spring at the
good.
top of the hill.
Thanks.
Also, I think
wait.
I mean, okay, hold on. We're not supposed to know his name yet, but whatever. Once we get his
What
name,
was that about?
I'll mention something about the model. Looking,
That boat. Only Marines of the Holy Alliance use those boats. That means that kid is
a Marine. He's not wearing very Marine-like clothes. He looks more like a punk, but, you know.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Okay, so here's a weird glitch, or not, maybe not glitch, but like a bug with the emulated version. There's supposed to be some kind of steam effect around the water, but it doesn't process very well, so it just kind of makes everything that is affected by that steam, particularly the character models, just look very low res and blurry. So that's the one problem that I could see with the emulated version as compared to the original version of PS2. Otherwise, it's fine. Pretty sure.
Are you trying to kill her? She'll drown!
It's all right.
Like hell it is. Her hair, it's glowing.
Hey, quit staring at her.
I'm so not staring at her, I'm staring at that repeating over in the upper right. Yeah, look at that. Like half a second long animation just looping over and over. This was a butcher game. This was not made by the main...
So seawater makes her ill, but freshwater helps her recover.
And this was not made by the main Tales of Development team, you know, like the people that made Tales of Symphonia and Rebirth and then went on to make Tales of the Abyss, like a couple months after this. You know, this was like a separate studio that they dedicated just to this game. And because it didn't sell very well, this was the first and last game they made. So, you know, this game has a troubled history. But I can definitely tell that they did what the best they could with what little they had.
I've never heard of anyone with a body like that. And on top of that, the way her hair glowed, it's just like...
It's like reverse Super Saiyan. It's what I would have said many years ago, but nowadays we've got Super Saiyan Blue, so it actually makes sense to go from blonde to blue, so... Damn it, Dragon Ball, stop making Rainbow Super Saiyans.
just like a shining one.
I said quit staring at her.
Okay, okay, as you can see, Senel is the what's the trope's name? Okay, there's the Spartan sibling, and there's the whole Knight Templar big brother. That's the name of this trope. It's the kind of character that has a smaller sibling, and will just kill anyone that even dares touch their small sibling. So there you go.
First the Pillar of Light in Raging Bay, and now a shining one.
And in this case, not necessarily a sibling, but like, you know, someone they look after.
It's just as the legend said.
I'm not paying attention to the story here too much. I'm just rambling
That
here.
girl, who is she?
Not any of your concerns, Mr. Man.
The silent treatment. Let's try a different question. Why have you come here, Alliance Marine?
Senel gets better eventually, I swear, viewers. Yeah, he gets... Okay, I will at least say this. Senel is not the worst that we're gonna see as far as personalities goes in the Tales of series. When we get to Tales of the... I've mentioned this before. When we get to Tales of the Abyss, you're gonna see what a real piece of shit protagonist looks like. Oh my god.
We didn't so much come here as we were drawn in. We were drifting on the sea when this thing just came out of nowhere. What is this place, anyway?
The Legacy.
It's That's a simple name for a world.
We're standing on a giant ship, a remnant of an ancient civilization.
A ship? Wait, a ship?
Yes, a ship. You were in one of those just a little bit ago, Senel. You know what those are. I mean, fair enough, I don't think you've ever seen a ship that's the size of like a country,
Surely.
but... You know. Okay. Ah, look. Until he gets... Yeah, get it? Not only did he get a... When Luke cuts his hair, he also cuts his attitude. Holy shit. Okay.
Senel!
Hey, look, you're not blue-haired anymore.
Get away from her! You have no right to say such a thing.
That's a weird declaration. You have no right to use these very basic words that anyone would use defending their person. You have no right to be a big brother, Senel.
What? Who the hell are you? Die!
Rough beginnings, I suppose. Well, anyways, we gotta beat up this mysterious youth. Okay, well, whatever. I'm not doing any damage here. He's doing damage to me, that's not fair. Is this one of those I can't win this shit? Okay. Oh, hey, what? How all dramatic of this mysterious youth. Yep. Okay. Well, we got some jazz now.
So, this sweet little thing's the Marinus, huh?
So here's the man with an eye patch. This guy... I think he's my favorite character, honestly. From the main cast, this guy just struck me the right way.
I didn't think she'd really be here. But lo and behold, there she was.
His voice is also really unique. Like, I'm not used to main characters sounding like that.
See ya!
Okay.
Stop!
That guy has wings. Alright.
It's that monster again.
Oh, okay, it was the monster with carrying him around.
Can't worry about that now. I need to save Shirley. Do you know anything about that man with the eye patch?
His name is Moses Sandor. He's a notorious bandit.
Yeah, Moses is. He's pretty... I agree, he's my favorite character in story and battle. Yeah, Moses is just... Like, again, for right now, he's just a bandit. You know, causing trouble. But once we get to know his behavior and himself as a person better, we'll fall in love with him. I mean, everyone else is likable enough too, but Moses just stands out.
Do you know where he's headed?
To his hideout, no doubt. The bandit's lair is in a high area beyond some mountains. Come, follow me. I never got your name. I'm Will Renard. And you?
Okay, so yeah, Will. Finally, we got your name. I need to point out something. Your artwork, you know, your 2D artwork makes you look like this big, buff, muscular dude. But over there with those chibi models, they don't do you justice, man. Not at all.
Senel Coolidge.
So here's where the title comes in. This is Senel's full name, Senel Coolidge. You gotta keep it cool, itch. In Pursuit, Chapter 1. We're now finally able to walk around. And I think immediately you'll notice the freaking music in this game is just great. Love it. Anyways, here's an apple gel. Those are still around, don't worry. Okay, so here's our menu. We've got Demon Fist. That's all we got right now. That's all we need right now, though. It's okay. But I just go ahead and set this to manual mode. I am never comfortable with semi-auto unless it's in very specific scenarios. In certain games where you can like just switch it on the fly to get close to an enemy that's just like not in the same plane as you. But otherwise, manual mode is the way to go for me. Items, we got some apple gels, we got some orange gels. Anything else? Got life bottles and magic lenses. No weapons, armor, anything like that. Equipment. Got some iron braces and some soft leather, and we got a bajillion titles. Let's not look at those. Just pretend we unlock them as the game progresses. Status. Here's they actually blink. Yeah, see, they. I don't know why they specifically added that, but you know, every character is able to blink on their status screen. I mean, I guess it's fine. Just kind of weird. But, also, something interesting you may notice right now. California had 6 elements. I mean, 8 elements. This game has 6 elements, so they took out 2 of them. And it's kind of weird. We got fire, ice, lightning, rock, water, and death. It's, there's no light element in this game. In fact, on the contrary, the water element is kind of the equivalent of the light element, of the super powerful, almighty element that the light usually tends to be. It's because this game has like a huge fixation with water and the sea and everything that's like, you know, marine related. So they even went as far as making the element of water be one of the most important elements. So we'll get to see that as the story progresses. And then the element of death, just basically the same as darkness. So you know. Strategy. Senel. Let's see. Can we like, yeah, you go like all the way to the front. Yeah, because you're literally the frontliners. You gotta be at the front, Mr. Frontliner. When you're not doing that though, attack and defense, well, defend a little bit, I guess. TP usage, be a little bit more cautious about that, I guess. Yeah, sure, why not? Because if I need to switch to you, I want you to have at least some TP. One situation. Formation. We don't have any party members to form it. Also, our HP is 420. And it's red. That's just a funny coincidence, but I blaze it, I guess. Books, we got a synopsis here. Washed up on the Legacy. Shirley and I drifted onto which the Legacy. I mean, every Tales of game has this synopsis that's actually like written by the main character. It's a nice touch, but I never read them. I mean, it's nice that it's there, but I only ever touch the synopsis when I'm like completely lost. I don't know where the hell I'm supposed to go next, so the synopsis will usually give me a clue of what I'm supposed to do here. Options, message skip. Well, we already did this. Oh yeah, vibration. Why are you on? No, be off. And then, okay, I meant to do that earlier. Oh, it's because we loaded a save file. The save file had different things. Okay. There we go. Let me know if you want the music to go back up, because I didn't realize it would lower it that much. Well, okay. And same here. Semi-auto is actually pretty bad for enemies that hack extremely quick if you get within a foot close of them. Yeah. Actually, the synopsis in this game is written by all the party members. They changed later a lot. Ah. Okay, I'll keep track of that. Anyways, we don't need to worry about that save file number 5, so let's just go with save file number 1. Makes sense. You raise the music 1 notch, that is... Sure. Yeah, I wish this had a bit more control over it, but like... It's literally just boom, 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 boom. Even though there's this giant line of it, you can only switch it by 5 notes. So, I guess we'll just keep it like that. Just keep the battle voices low, because again, they get really loud and they just start talking over each other, and I don't want any of that. Okay. Yeah, we keep dropping a couple of frames here and there. Like, it's less than 1% of our streams, total frames, but it's annoying that it keeps happening. It happened yesterday with Ratchet and Clank doing this. Didn't really happen in OBS Classic, but maybe it's because I'm streaming at 60 frames per second, even though this game does not run at 60 frames per second. But you know, if we do something outside of the game that's supposed to run at 60 frames per second, then you know. Okay. Nice to... Okay, we're gonna have to voice it. Nice to meet you. I don't know what voice I'm supposed to give you. Something weird just popped out. Where's that, Will? Don't ask me. I've never seen someone that strange. I'm not weird or strange. Those are the same thing. I am the 28th Wonder Baker, Mimi. The 28th. What? How do you like that? Impressive, huh? I see you're at a loss for words. Speechless, yeah, completely floored by your hat. It's nice, it's a nice hat. As a reward for finding me, I'll teach you a simple recipe for making bread. Look, if you actually need a recipe to make bread, like, not actually like create bread from scratch, like with wheat and everything, you just grab a bread and eat it. That's how you make bread. Mimi, we don't need a recipe for that. And if you people need that recipe, then I feel very sorry for you. Great, and just where are we supposed to make it? Just go to a bakery. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Come to think of it, there is a bakery in town. I would expect so. That seems like a very common, very basic thing to have in a town. Just a general location with people in it. Okay, I actually like reading the synopsis since the characters put their flair and interpretation on the details. I love when most is a normal right. Ah! Okay. I didn't know they actually, like, personalized it quite a bit. Alright, in that case, I might look into it every once in a while. If we meet again, I'll teach you more recipes. And please actually teach us something cool next time, not just bread. Because that's a bit much for me. Bye bye. Well, ow. But a little thing like this can't stop me. I shall rise again. Your talk way too grandiose. Maybe this is not a, well, what was that all about? I have no idea. I can't make a particularly deep voice. I can't voice Will and give him justice because okay, so random encounters. This is the thing in this game. We would no longer have enemies that we can watch on screen and, you know, hit them and stuff. Okay, and anyways, because we have the battle objectives already, like the battle info carried over from the New Game Plus. We already know what the deal with these guys are. Well, there's not much to know about these early game enemies. They have 225 HP, and actually, wait, do we really have all their... No, because we should have their weight. In that case, hold on. Let's see, items, Senel, go ahead and use a magic lens on this. Oh, okay, never mind. So we do have to scan the enemies. That's fine, I guess. If I can carry up to 30 magic lenses with me, we'll be okay. Where's a peepit chick? It is feather. Its weight is feather. It is light as a feather, which is important for Senel in particular. But let's see. Target info on or off. They're not weak or strong against any particular enemy element, so you know, just common enemy, you can punch them until they're dead. There we go. Killed two birds with one stone, or one kick, I guess. Jesus Christ, okay. I can hardly hear them. But that's okay. Air stone acquired. You actually lost. Okay, here's the thing with this game. It is very harsh on how it grades you on how it grades you. Just in general. And we learned a new areas apparently. Base areas, Shadow Rush. That's pretty cool. Got some peepee chicks stuff. And yeah, you lose. Okay, I think you're supposed to lose 0.5 grade, but because we're using double grade, we lose 0.10. For using an item, even though it's just the magic lenses, I think some of the later games, you know, the later games fix this. Like if you do still get a penalty for using items, but not magic lenses. They know you're literally just using that for to know what's the deal with the enemy. They don't penalize you for that. This game though, they didn't quite coat that exception in, so we just stop losing 1.10 points every time we encounter a new enemy. Okay. I remember there being a really good recipes where you can get through. It can get rough to learn them. It's not just finding recipes that get you far enough. You have to make enough of them to learn even more. It's like using areas over and over to get higher tiers. Yeah, I remember that's how it worked, and that's a lot of recipes. We won't be looking at all of them for a long time, but again, we do have them. We're just not gonna make all of them. I find it funny that this game decreases great when you use items, yeah, and Trails of Cold Steel gives you an experience multiplier if you use enough items. Well, there you go. Different games have different rules, even if they appeal to similar audiences. I guess that's the magic of video games. Nothing over here. Yeah, I feel like the random encounters, instead of just having enemies on screen, really hurts the exploration aspects of this game, because you're not compelled to go out of your way, precisely because you have to deal with enemies, and you know, the combat system not being that entertaining.
What is this place?
Makes that a bit more problematic. But anyways, as you can see, that's our town over there, the one with the bakery on it.
Quite a sight, isn't it? It's amazing that all of this is on a ship.
Okay, fair enough. I can understand Senel's surprise for this being a ship.
There's even a city.
I mean, just at this point, it's less of a ship and more just an island that's not directly attached to the ground like most islands are. It's just a drifting island. Okay.
Senel. Have you ever heard the word Marinus before?
Now we have.
No.
That sounded like you did.
Very well.
You did the whole exclamation point and the lips thing. I think you do know what's going on here, Senel. I think Will knows too.
An ancient kingdom once flourished aboard the Legacy. It was known as the Kingdom of Terrasus. The kingdom was actually led by a person designated as the Marinus.
Okay, the Terraces and the Marinus and the Terraquis. Okay, here's the gimmick with this game. Every word they made up ends in S. Like Eris too. I mean, I get that the creators were called Project Melphus, but you're going a bit far here.
So you're saying this Marinus thing is connected to the Legacy?
I'm surprised they didn't call it the Legacies. They actually went with Legacy here.
It seems that the Marinus was able to control this great ship using nothing but the power of his will.
Just the will to power. We don't need more Xenosaga in this channel, Will.
The reason Shirley is being pursued is because some people believe her to be a descendant of the Marinus.
But she just got here. How did they figure that out?
Why would they think that?
Right around the time you arrived, a pillar of light appeared in the center of the Legacy.
Ah.
A pillar of light.
It was... Assuming this is the entire Legacy, that pillar of light is the size of, like, a city. Like an entire city. That's... You'd probably go blind by looking at that, but you know what, whatever.
When the pillar of light appears, a new Marinus shall arise. It's an old legend taken from the records of Terrasus.
That's got nothing to do with us. It's just a coincidence.
I would think it's against it, Senel, considering it's like the reason they're kidnapping your little sister here, Shirley. I don't remember if it's actually... If he actually calls her his little sister, but she might as well be.
I thought so too at first, but once I laid eyes on her, on Shirley, I started to wonder.
Why?
Because Marinus means Shining One.
Man. Well, she does shine like a Super Saiyan, so I'll take it.
The Legacy was discovered 15 years ago. The ship is shrouded in countless mysteries, very few of which have been solved.
So... That's actually kind of interesting. They've only been here for 15 years, but they know a lot of the history about it. Very realistically, they should, like, they made that entire town down there in 15 years. That's impressive. I mean, it's not a particularly big town on the grand scale of things, but still, that's impressive.
We don't have the slightest idea about even basic things like how it moves or when it will stop. Were a descendant of the Marinus to appear, many would consider her an invaluable asset.
Yeah, well, that's got nothing to do with Shirley.
Just continue being in denial, Senel. I'm sure it'll work for you eventually. Okay. The thing that really sucks about learning more recipes is that you can't sell cooked bread. You have to eat it. Some recipes are hard to eat because you need specific conditions, like die and stay dead after battle. It's that sounds grindy in a weird sense. Reminds me of how a lot of Tales of games have Ea at the end. Symphonia, Eternia, Cilia, Asteria, Berseria, etc. Legendia as Ea at the end. Also, here's a bear. I didn't even, like, realize we were fighting a bear. But we are indeed fighting a bear. I can barely hear you. So, okay, maybe we'll pull that up a little bit. Hold on. The sound, this game is better audio balancing. Okay. Anyways, but yeah. Tales of games seem to do that. They just like to end, when they come up with their own terms, they like to end them with a particular gimmick. Okay, we got an orange gel and nothing else. Okay.
Again?
It's an egg bear. I'm not sure if bears actually eat eggs, and that's where they got the name Egg Bear. I'm sure they eat some, like some bears eat some eggs, but not. I don't think this particular bears eat eggs. But whatever, who knows? I don't know. I'm not a bear expert. Just because I got a big buffy beard doesn't mean I'm okay. It's not really that buffy. It's the goatee that's kind of big and buffy. That would make me a goat expert, not a bear expert. But you know, whatever. Hackman must have had a hand in naming that. Yep, I'm surprised he doesn't have a. Yeah, Sam. This is not a safe point. This is not a safe point. Really now? Okay. Sure. We'll go with that. I guess it's just a healing spot. There'll probably be a safe point again later. Okay, that's a healing point. Alright, I'm not used to seeing a healing point. I'm used to seeing the whole... Oh, wait, hold on. Did I not... That's right, we did get a new thing. Okay, the game is dying here. Okay, note to self, the that's what Shadow Rush does. Note to self, the
You brought this on yourself.
The game like dies when you need to go into the areas menu in combat. So let's try to avoid that too much. Okay, finish battle in 10 seconds or less. Ah, that's right, you get bonuses for being quick. I guess we'll try to be quick more often. I'm back now, so this is the one where you wind up stranded on an island or something, right? Yeah, it's I mean, it's an island the size of a country, but it's an island. It's a mobile island. It's actually a ship that might as well be an island that is the size of a country. So you know, it's a classic JRPG plot heard a million times. Alright. Anyways, anything else around here? Also, the fog in my town today is as thick as in Silent Hill. Well, we're having some thick fog over here in the game too, so fitting enough. Also, where did these bears get like fashion? Okay. Anyways, that is a big jump. I did not realize Senel could jump that high. Okay. I don't remember him ever jumping that high when I first played this game, but I guess it's worth looking into. I love Shadow Rush. Getting close to the enemy quick and hit the enemy to start combos is great against fast hitting foes. It stays a staple for a long time for me. Yeah, that's I remember a lot of it. I remember using Shadow Rush a fair bit. I mean, eventually I did replace it with like its upgraded versions, the ones that like go from Shadow Rush into some other combo. But you know. Okay, so here is just forget the name for this place. Eventually we'll get the name for this place.
Welcome to Veritas Beacon.
There we go.
It gets its name from the lighthouse. Lively little place, isn't it?
So Veritas Beacon, this is the game's town. Like, this game doesn't have several towns that you go into like in most JRPGs, no. This is the town. There are no more towns of note in the entire legacy. Which again, fair enough, it's only been discovered for 15 years, so there's probably only been enough time for one civilization to start. But, you know. Okay. Actually, you just encountered the battle ending glitch. Any leftover movements is very increased. I'll link a YouTube video to the archive to show you some funny takes on that glitch. Well, I'll keep an eye out for it. Okay.
It's some kind of beacon, a remnant of the kingdom of Terrasus. No one knows what it's really for.
If it's a big ass door, there's probably something behind it.
It lights up occasionally, so that people just think of it as a lighthouse.
I mean, I guess I feel like this requires more investigating than you're making it sound to be, Will, but anyways, you basically trigger it by using some movement at the end of the battle. It can be tough to time it. Okay, so that giant jump was from a glitch. I wish it wasn't, because that was cool, but whatever. Okay, that's very hard for the JRPG. Indeed it is. Okay, I mean, it's a big enough town, but
Will, great timing. Come quick.
it's the only town.
There's a plaza with a fountain in the center of the city. Wait for me there, Senel.
Hey, first tell me how to get to the bandit's lair.
He doesn't give a shit about exploring Veritas Beacon, he just needs to get Shirley back. That's gonna be a common theme throughout this entire game. Okay. Maybe there was only one town in an entire Pokemon game. Yeah, that sounds like they could actually do it. Don't give them any ideas. Slog. Well, this house owner was smart enough to be like, hey, there's a JRPG protagonist outside. Let's lock our doors to make sure he doesn't get in here and just steals our stuff without us being able to do anything about it. Okay. What? Who are you? I haven't seen you around here. Alright, you got a name, Mr. Careful? You like coffee, Mr. Careful? Should I go to cafes? Careful? I don't know. Also, everyone is like power walks in this game. Look at that. Nobody is actually running, but they're all like power walking. It's kind of weird. But now this is a safe point. Okay. Let's see. Might seem odd, but I like how they did the one-town mechanic in this game. They worked it well, in my opinion. Yeah, it works well enough. It's just awkward. I remember when I first played this game, I just kept expecting a new town, and it never happened. I was like, what the hell? Okay, you'll get to the main street if you keep going straight. There are lots of shops there. Alright, cool. Yeah, this weird glitch is gonna be an issue here of the this is an emulator problem of the character model just becoming blurrier when they're around water. Like, look at how blurry Senel is right here. And then see how he looks normal now? It's weird, it looks dumb, but whatever. Oh wait, technically there are 2 other towns. Oh yeah, but they're not noteworthy. They're there, but it's not really worth it. I guess it works if this is some kind of nexus area where all paths naturally return in. Yes, basically. Okay. Welcome to Where There's Beacon. This is a paradise for treasure hunters like me. Have you come to the ship to find a fortune? I've come to the ship to look for my... I don't know what to call her. I'm just gonna keep calling her his little sister because that's the only thing that makes me mildly comfortable. For some reason. I'm Chaos. I banged up my legs in an accident and they ain't looked together since. And I also tried to get 2 Japanese girls to do like a band and they worked out, so I got kicked out of my van. I remember that. That show was great. Oh my god. Okay. Anyway, so the plaza is actually up north. But I guess we'll explore the rest of the town and see what we can find. What's over here? There's a painter. Hi there, I came to Legacy to paint. I do portraits mainly. I'll let you see one when I have a good one to show. Okay. I didn't even read your name, but sure, the artist, I guess? Koshisa. That's it. My apologies, I'm trying to concentrate on a new painting. Please come back later. Okay, yeah, that's right. NPCs do have 2 or 3 things to say, but we're not gonna bother with that. We tried to do it in Symphonia, and I mean... That's a level of immersion that you get when you play the game yourself on your own time. There's not something I want to do on stream. Okay. I remember having a really hard time getting side quests done in this town, even though it's the only place for side quests. Yeah, I remember like reading a side quest guide, if I'm not mistaken, and just being surprised by how few side quests there were. I think that's especially because I had just come from playing Tales of the Abyss, which is like plagued with side quests. So it was a weird transition. We have officially been streaming for an hour, and we spent most of that time reading dialogue, so you know we're playing a JRPG. The fountain is in the center of the city. Cross that bridge and keep going. See? It's like, okay, I know you're exploring, but you need to go to this one place. The game understands what I'm doing to a minor extent. Hey, you. There are pretty rough looking people in the city, but fighting isn't allowed or you'll anger the very scary men. You'll anger the very scary men and women. There is a man and there is a woman, and they are both the scary men and women. That's a weird sentence. Okay. Well, if you recognize that music, we are officially in the bakery. Also because this looks like a bakery. Can't work with these materials, but even then a delicate girl such as myself couldn't fight the monsters. I mean, it works out, I guess. The only bread I can make is toast. You shouldn't work at a bakery then. Unless you're a customer. I mean, fair enough, but, you know. Hello. Welcome. If you're looking for the popular beacon breads, then you've come to the right place. Also, you're not supposed to be back here, but sure. Okay, now we can bake. Here's toast. It requires bread and butter. And this is a bunch of other stuff you can unlock through your hard work and effort throughout the game, but for example, this toast and jam, I think you have to make toast a certain amount of times to unlock the toast and jam. And then the garlic toast and, you know, the French. Yeah, so basically every recipe that you obtain requires you to make them a bunch of times. Oh yeah, and also the bakery is where you actually make the food. So you want to ask about baking bread, leave it to me. First you're going to need a recipe. Once you get all of the ingredients you can make bread. But you can't just bake bread anywhere. Don't worry though, I'll let you use my kitchen. So yeah, that's how it works. You can bake bread in other places too, as long as there's an oven available. Bread is carried around in bread baskets, of course. You can only fit so much bread in a basket. Bread kept in a basket can be eaten at any time. Baking the same type of bread over and over will allow you to start trying out new things with the recipe. Baking is so convenient, affecting your entire party with just one item. I think it would be a shame not to become well versed in it. Yeah, so remember the cooking system in Tales of Symphonia, how every character had like a cooking ability and you could actually cook anywhere in the world as long as you had the recipe and the ingredients for it. And in this game, you actually need an oven. And the bakery will have most of the ovens, but some other places around do have an oven as well. But yeah, it's a little inconvenient compared to what Symphonia gave us. But anyway, freshness is our middle name. Welcome to the grocery store, Red Pepper. Buy groceries here, buy bread and butter. Buy some bread and some butter. Boom. We can now make a toast. Let's see. Oh, I know who Anne are talking about. Yeah, who Anne is talking about. Unrelated, but I just finished my drink and saw the text IKEA, made in Russia, at the bottom of the glass. Weird. Yeah, that 10 carry limit is so small. Yeah, it's inconvenient. But anyways, if you can't make mushroom bread, well, then this mechanic is. Can we make mushroom bread? Is there something mushroomy here? Donut sandwich, strawberry sandwich, chocolate sandwich, the works. Hamburger, cheeseburger, fish burger, scallop burger, healthy burger, bagel with logs, bagel with beef, bagel with chicken, hot dog, spicy dog, cheese dog, lo mein dog, butter rolls, red bean bun, cream donut, chocolate cornet, melon bread, chocolate chip bread, croissant, pizza, seafood pizza, tropical pizza. Is this no. Spicy pizza, muffin, chocolate chip muffin, churros, flan cake, apple pastry, banana pastry, marble pastry, crepe, strawberry crepe, melon crepe, pineapple crepe, scallop crepe. Sure, curry pie, marble curry pie, fish stew, bread bowl, meat stew. Okay, you're taking it a bit far with the whole I don't think you find this at bakeries. That's a stew. That has officially surpassed bakery standards. Okay, but whatever. Let's just make some toast. Boom. Okay. Anyways, I can learn how to put jam on toast after making toast enough times. Yep. Full name, Red Freshness Pepper. The works is just the sandwich from TF2. Yep. Okay, we're definitely gonna have to bring some the works with us around here. Hey, there's mushrooms in that stew. It took us to go. We need stew in order to have mushrooms. So there you go. Okay. I guess. Yeah, it's a really weird effect. What the water does in this emulated version, but whatever. Okay, what's in here? Hello? When in trouble, panacea bottles are the key. Just remember, it won't cure the common cold or gingivitis. Or gingivitis? I don't know how to say that in Spanish, I don't know how to say that in English. Okay, anyways. Welcome to the item shop, get ready. Oh, wait, no. The item shop is called Get Ready. Welcome to the item shop. Get ready. Where we've got everything you need for your journey. I have to earn enough for my husband too. But you got anything interesting? You got apple gels, you got orange gels, life bottles, panacea bottles, magic lenses. We're gonna need a couple of those. And by a couple of those, I mean at least 30. I don't care, that's 300 of my pocket. I'm gonna need all of them. Okay. Gingivitis. Okay, that's how it is. Rhymes with ginger eye crust. Gingivitis, ginger eye crust. Okay, fair enough. I'll take it. Oh, we certainly do appreciate your business. Come again. Welcome to the customization shop, craft shop. But we're getting ready to open, so you don't actually have a thing ready. Please buy a lot beer. Also, they do sell you know, items in like weapon and armor and all that stuff in here. It's called the Get Ready shop. If you need to get ready, this is where you go. But anyways, they only have capes right now. We're not in a hurry to get that. We do have like the double HP too, so we'll be okay. It's over here. Isn't there like a bar around this town somewhere? There's an inn. I'll take it. Okay. I mean, I did save not too long ago, but you know. I'm here to stock up on items. I'm going to the stores later. You mean the one store? There are not a whole lot of stores in this town, dude. Okay. Welcome to the Dreaming Traveler. It's 100 gal a night. Would you like to stay? Nah, I don't need to do that. I will go. The bar is downstairs and then... Ah, that's what it was. Okay. Employees only. I guess you can't go in. No, you can't go in. Senel, but you can come up here to the rooms, even though you haven't paid for one. Welcome, it's 100 gal a night. Please sign in if you would like to stay. Okay, but first let's explore to see if there's any items we can steal from around here. Okay. So which Tales of game is the one where you start as an aristocrat in a mansion? Tales of the Abyss. That's the one. And it's Tales of... Oh! Well, yeah, okay, yeah, Tales of Graces too. That one you also start as an aristocrat in a mansion. I mean, the big difference being that in one of them you have mixed feelings about the aristocrat in one, and the other one you immediately hate the aristocrat in question. Oh wait, that could also be Tales of the Abyss too. Yeah. For some reason my memory was mixing that up with this. But no, in this game you start as a marine. Out in the middle of the sea. And then you get your sister kidnapped by like 3 different people. Employees only, I guess you can't go in. Okay. Let's see. Ah yeah, there's a bar down here. There's some jazz music to go along with it. Love it. Okay. Hello? I'm heading from work. Don't tell anyone. This game has some jazz, some just great tunes, man. Sweet. Welcome, we have drinks from all over the world and great music. Unfortunately, the musician is on leave at the moment. Well, that's unfortunate. Hey, you. What? The fountain? It's at the very end of the street. Hey, you. This is your first time here? I think I was supposed to talk about this guy. I mean, I don't know. You two are sitting at the same table, but don't seem to actually be having a conversation with each other. Whatever, here's a piano. Can I play the piano? Can you play the piano, Senel? I don't think you can play the piano, Senel. Maybe someone else can. Okay. Hello. I've come here to unravel the mystery of the legacy. My first stop is the Misty Mountains. But first, I need a beer. Okay. Bridges connect the city's 9 districts. The main street is lined with shops and the fountain is the most popular spot. Fair enough. I guess it's because I learned about them around the same time a year ago. Legendia from me and Graces from my roommate. Ah, okay. Yeah, Graces also starts you off with aristocrat, that's true. And that's the only real similarity I can think of between Tales of Legendia and Tales of Graces though. They are completely different games that offer completely different stories with completely different characters. And completely different battle systems. Holy shit, it could not be more different if they tried. The music sounds a bit unhinged. Oh my god. Yeah. I guess I'll just have to wait for Will at the fountain since there aren't any leads. Okay, well. You need to have more initiative with yourself here, Senel man. Okay. Anyways, let's see. Hey you. Is it true that the Marians appeared? I keep hearing that rumor no matter where I go. Okay. Let's see. Weapons aren't cheap, so make sure you really know what you want before you buy one. Okay. Well, welcome to Champion, the weapon shop owned by the VP of the Business Bureau. My brother's armor shop over there wants outsells. You need a weapon and armor. You need to work together, not compete with each other. Okay. There we got some iron braces. We got power braces, which are more powerful than what I currently have. A long sword, so I guess we'll be getting a character with a sword later. And a hammer, which we'll be getting a character with a hammer later. Yeah, that's all we have. Come again. And then you. Soft leather might not be a good idea. Well, it's soft leather, it probably won't defend you too much, but it will make you flexible, so you know, figure it out. I'd like to see this performed live. That would be interesting, yeah. Welcome to Phalanx. We pride ourselves in providing sturdy, well-crafted armors. Actually, I think the competition is great for business. Well, fair enough. Though I'm sure the both of them selling like battle equipment, they probably literally fight themselves in the shop all the time. So I'd like to see that actually, but you're already wearing soft leather. We could buy a cloak and a robe, and also a leather helmet and a beret. But ow! Look at the design of that beret. Keep that in mind. Anything else on here though? Nope. Okay. Please come again. Alright. Yeah, I just want to explore the entire city before we make a conscious decision. They're arguing over here. They're fighting. I don't want to get myself in the middle of that. Oh yeah, some areas of the town are actually locked off. And they're locked off by really stupid things. Like this guys will this couple will literally be arguing for like several months or weeks, like in-game time, before we're actually able to go through there. So it must have been a real ugly fight for it to last that long, but they'll eventually move away and we can, like, you know, get in there. There's something written in it. Bandits have been sighted. Please keep watching. Please keep watch. That's what I mean. Okay. I know that's what Phalanx means, but to this day the first image that pops in my head is the box art of Phalanx SNES with the old man and the banjo. I mean, fair enough. Yeah, that's one way to roadblock players. That's just as silly as Mr. I haven't had my coffee from Pokemon. I remember that. I think. Whatever. There are some pretty silly roadblocks in this game, yeah. There's a lot of people at the fountain that lies ahead. Okay, so that's where the fountain is. Map of this city. Okay, so where's the you are here? Is that little person? I'm gonna guess that says you are here. I can't. First of all, that's a tiny font, and second, even if I could read, I don't think that's like a thing I can do. Anyways, every single shop in this place is on the southern area. So, you know, you go south to do your shopping, which is convenient. But at the same time, it's like, what's the point of the rest of the city? It's just there to, like, immerse you, I suppose. Okay, whatever. The fountain is up north, so let's see if we can explore anything else before we do that. I've been over here. Hello? The hell's ahead? Up ahead is a hospital. I guess it's not open today. We don't need a hospital, we got an inn. We're JRPG protagonists. We literally only need to sleep once. And we'll be back to normal. We could literally be dead. But you just need to get on a bed, sleep for a little bit, and we'll be back in complete perfect shape the next morning. That's how it works, right? Okay. Anyways, let's see. Is there anyone at the hospital? See, I told you, it's useless. Why keep a hospital when everyone just sleeps and gets completely healed? It's just an abandoned hospital, actually. There's no one here. See? I mean, it's clean. So someone comes through with the housekeeping. They left their apple gels in there, but that is all they can really do for the place. Are you hogging random parts of the environment to find hidden items? Yes. Indeed I am. That's how you play JRPGs. That's how I've been told to do it, and that's how I will continue to do it. Okay. I need to consider not streaming at 60 frames per second if the game does not run at 60 frames per second, because I keep dropping frames. Like, it's a worthy sacrifice when the game itself actually runs at 60. Like is the case with Sonic Heroes and was the case with Ratchet and Clank. But this game does not run at 60 frames per second. So I think for the next stream I'll lower it down to 30 so we don't get any dropped frames or anything like that, because it's not really gonna be a difference anyways. Yeah, that told you already. You see it twice because Will is our sheriff. Okay, well I guess Will is the sheriff. He's got the will of a sheriff. And there's games like Tales of the Abyss and all stuff like that. Like most of the game runs at 30 frames per second, except the battles. Those run at 60. So I'll figure out what's going on with that. Cards are in the way. I guess I'll just come back later. You know, you can't walk around. I mean, you could squish through there if you were a normal person in a normal environment, but no, we are a JRPG protagonist. If there is a minor obstacle in the way, we are not able to proceed until that obstacle is taken care of. Which again, in this case, will be several weeks and months. So whatever. Even in JRPGs where inns won't revive the dead, there's usually no hospitals or clinics. You go to church or pray to a shrine or something. Yeah, hospitals are rare in JRPGs. It's always just one huge case study of JRPG roadblocks. Yep. I mean, again, ambitious, interesting, but here's a cutscene. Hey, you're colored differently. Are you important? Mr. Door on the right? Yeah, you. So yeah, that's actually a dude, by the way. I have to point that
Hello
out.
there. Is this your first time in Where to Speakin'?
That voice caught me really off guard when I first heard it. Because I was wholeheartedly expecting that person to be a woman, and then they just come up with this like almost as manly as Senel voice. Like what the fuck? Okay. Yeah, this guy I remember vividly. Yeah,
Just
he's
like an Alliance Marine. You look pretty strong.
He's It's definitely got one of the most unique designs in the whole game. Yeah, I also got caught off guard because I thought that person was a girl. I just couldn't remember which game he was from. Yeah, it's okay. I will say this: if you remember a character having a really weird design, they were probably from Tales of Legendia. This game has some really weird character designs. You see, Senel agrees.
So, are you strong or are you not?
I mean, he is a marine. He's supposed to be at least somewhat physically
Who
capable.
cares? I care. I really want to know. I need to know. I can't stand it when there's something I don't know. You know?
You're getting on my nerves, Mr. Confusing Man person.
Hey, anybody want to take me on? If you can beat me, I'll give you $50,000.
Okay. He looks and talks like a psychic Pokemon gym leader. That's a good comparison. I'm gonna go with that.
That's what this person just said.
You piece of shit. Okay.
Hey, what are you trying to do?
Also, those shoes do not fit with the rest of the outfit. Hold on, I saw that.
Sounds like a good time to me.
There was a. I actually did not notice that the first time. There was a playable character, another playable character on the bottom of the screen, when the whole crowd spread apart. Oh, I'll have to keep an eye out if that party member also just appears at random spots. That's I'm surprised I never noticed that. Okay.
Yeah, I'll take you up on that.
I mean, sure. Look at all these
Get
people
out of
making
my
the
way.
exact same facial, like, body expression.
His fingertips. They're glowing.
Trust me, it's the fingertips are glowing, not the entire hand. We couldn't afford the detail for it, but you just gotta trust us on this.
Wait, this guy's an Aaron?
This guy's Aaron Yeager, yes. He's gonna slay
He
the
can
Titans.
use Eris. Interesting. Iron Eris, I presume. He certainly looks like the type who acts before he thinks.
I mean, you did a pretty reckless thing yourself here, Mr. Person. So that was kind of, maybe it was calculated, but in a weird way. Okay, whatever.
Come on now, folks. Don't hold back. It's 50,000 gold, remember? 50,000!
Why is one written and the other one is just numbers? Okay, whatever, game consistency. It's important.
Yeah, but still.
I don't know. I mean, it's not like we can use Eris.
I mean, that's just Quitter talk right there.
Hey, what's all the commotion about?
Oh, here's some of my favorite NPCs in the game. This too. They also kind of look like Pokemon gym leaders now I look at them.
Hey, yo, you that causing trouble. Don't you know the rules of this town?
Fighting's fair. Violence, too.
Exactly right. Just what they said. You better obey the rules at all times. You dig?
What if you break them?
Oh, no!
What if you disobey? What will happen? What will happen? What will happen? What will happen?
Those who break the rules will get to feel the iron hammer of justice and hear its thunder and feel.
Yeah! They're defenders of justice!
If they deserve a crime, we'll stop it.
Okay, I didn't realize the game was going to die at this part. Hold on.
Bouncers!
Yo, you got it?
Sure. Okay, you just manifested into existence, Mr. Captain Cork wannabe.
Off me.
Jesus. This game is so good and funny. Yeah, it's pretty. I'm actually glad that they translated it from whatever the hell it was in Japanese and made it rhyme too. Or, like, you know, be rhythmical. Thank goodness it's still voiced in the character quest. Yeah, that's pretty great. But, that's something that, like, really upset me. And I'm sure a lot of people got upset by that too. In the Zombieland Saga doll. Because in the very second episode, there's this awesome rapping scene. That is just like one of the greatest things I've ever seen in anime. And then Funimation, you know, has their dub and we now like immediately go to see what the rap is gonna be like in English. And then they didn't translate it. It just suddenly switches to Japanese voices when they start rapping, and it's just the most off-putting, like, low-effort, lazy thing I've seen in my life. And you compare it to this, where they actually went through the effort. It's like, it's great. Thank you, Namco, for, like, actually pulling the trouble here.
Hey, how could you...
Do you realize what you've done? Do you know who this is?
I mean, he's just fine. He kind of got on his face, despite the cool singing.
Yeah, well, he started it.
Okay, Senel, you sound like a little kid. Yeah, well, he started it. He punched me first.
There's nothing he hates more than someone interrupting his song!
But he was done. That was the post-song thing. Hey, we're right back into it.
Ooh, he's angry. Curtis is angry.
You're in trouble now.
Isabella, I find myself filled with the most intense sadness.
Okay, if people
Yes,
keep
Curtis.
manifesting into existence, I need to know what's up with that.
Now I must harden my heart. I must swallow my tears. All for the sake of reforming this wayward youth.
Yes, Curtis.
Still, it must be done. For the sake of love.
Yeah, Curtis's voice actor is amazing. I need to know who it is. It's probably someone that's like fairly famous, because it sounds familiar. I'm not sure from where, but it definitely sounds like I've heard his voice before, somewhere.
Beauty is power! Great Bantam!
Beauty is sin. Wonder Bantam.
Prepare yourself! We are the Bantam Bouncers!
Was that a real life song reference? I need to harden my heart, swallow my tears. It sounded like it might have been a song. Yeah, those sound like lyrics. Okay. Well. Okay, the game is like dying here.
Oh, hell.
What?
I wasn't expecting the emulator to be having this much trouble even with my new graphics card. I have to mess around with some settings to see if things can run a little better. Isn't a Bantam some kind of chicken? Let's just go with that.
Oh, defeat!
Well,
So he's stronger than the bouncers.
I mean, this was way too much effort to just try to see how strong Senel is, you person. Okay, game, you can stop dying now, Jesus. Oh god.
Senel, what's going on? What happened?
Is this too much animation for you, game? Okay.
These guys just came at me.
You keep sounding like a little kid. Harden My Heart in 1981 by Quarterfish. Ah! Yeah, the NPCs are arranged like a heart. Ah! I didn't even notice that.
Why don't you tell me the full story?
I don't have time for that. I've got to get to the bandits' lair now.
Okay. Before that, we need to fix the game. Holy shit. Okay.
What, are you planning on just charging in there like a rabid dog?
That seems like his style, Will.
Out of my way, or else. That Aerostone, it's glowing. You're a Crystal Aaron?
Okay, this voice acting. Oh gosh, I can easily hear the audio slow down. Yeah, it's... We're having the same issues that Akin Labs was having with his Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn streams. Oh no, emulators are cursed. Do not stream. Kratos, is that it? Yeah, it's Cam Clark. Oh yeah.
Time for your punishment, boy. Lightning!
Yeah, that sounded exactly like Kratos' way of saying lightning. Well, there it is. Okay, now we're back to normal frame rate. That's cool.
Have you awakened? Will really should try to hold back a little more.
Hey, he doesn't look like the kind who just takes things easy.
It's good that he takes his job as a sheriff so seriously, but sometimes he takes things a bit too far.
I mean, Senel was being a little piece of shit too, so I don't blame him.
Now, let's not be spreading falsehoods, Madame Musette. My real occupation is that of a natural historian. I never claimed to be a sheriff.
But everyone else is calling you that, so what's going on?
Let me out of here.
Jesus Christ.
Seems like you still haven't learned your lesson.
Will told me about the situation. Would you mind if I asked you a question?
Well, before that, speaking of Kratos, there was a really funny video I saw that had Kratos' shining mind get interrupted by a random enemy. That is a bitch slap if I've ever seen one. Jeez.
What exactly is your relationship to Shirley?
Actually, I would like to know.
She's my little sister.
Yeah, see? I told you. She was his little sister.
I see. Then you must go save her, mustn't you? Will, why don't we let Senel go?
But...
Yeah, but you actually just planned on keeping him here?
He's just earnest, that's all. He can't help but be anxious. When your sister is in danger, you must run to her immediately, no matter where she is or what stands in your way. That is what brothers do, is it not?
This sounds passive-aggressive, Mir said.
Don't blame me if he stirs up trouble again.
Well then, why don't you accompany him?
Is that an order?
Just a suggestion. Though now that I think about it, I believe a certain spirited young lady also headed off to Moses' hideout.
Chloe Vollins went there?
Oh, that's right. Japan's favorite character from this game is over there trying to chase after Moses. Chloe gets so much fan art compared to everyone else in this game, and I don't blame them. Chloe looks really cool, but
Yes, and
okay.
It seems she went alone. Do you think she'll be all right?
So now I'm a babysitter.
I don't call yourself like that, Jesus.
I guess I don't have much choice. Very well, I will help you get your sister back, since I now seem to have other business there as well.
Well,
Isn't that nice, Senel?
I'll link that video in the archive. Kratos was like shining. Yeah, definitely just show me that when you get the chance. Typical appeal to every Easterner's weakness to emotos. Yeah, just slap One-chan on the title of anything, and it'll sell. In fact, there's an anime this season, like some new anime that came out this season of fall 2018. That like it's literally just a whole bunch of girls calling the main character Oni-chan. In like the several different voices with several different stereotypical personalities. Like it's supposed to be garbage. And I don't even remember what the name of it is, but it's the cash grab garbage anime of the year so far, apparently. Like as low effort as possible.
Thanks.
And
You're
knowing the way
quite
Pop
welcome.
Team Epic was. Well, we'll join the party. Now we can actually play as him. That anime definitely sounds like gab shit. Yeah, there's much better things out this season. The Loud House. That's the Western adaptation, you see. Oh my god. Okay, but yeah, now we got Will in the party. It's we can actually. This game doesn't let you run around as whoever you want. You actually can only run around as the like primary character, but you can run around as all of them. It's just it won't open. Now that I wanted to go in. Why is Senel speaking when we're actually playing as Will now? But sure. Okay, I'm happy for you, Senel. Yeah, I guess we'll run around as Will for a little bit. So I guess first and foremost we should check out what his abilities are. So Will, you've got lightning and first aid. You are our... Despite his giant physique and the fact that his weapon is a hammer, Will is the is like the spellcaster of the party. I mean, there's more spellcasters, sure, but you know, that's his deal. Like, look at his stats. Like, Senel has more attack and more defense. Well, no, they actually got the same amount of defense. But, yeah, it's kind of weird. What do you mean by not playing as other characters? Like, Did I say that? No, like, okay, then what I meant to say is that in Tales of Symphonia, for example, you can set whatever party leader and party formation you want. And then you can also, like, press triangle to select the leader. And that's the one you'll be running around as. In this game, you actually need to set the leader in order to run around towns as that character. So, yeah, that's what I meant to say. Okay, so in voice or in gameplay, he's basically Kratos. Yeah, he's Will is just Kratos, but in a different game. Anyway, we have Will's oven here. We can bake, but we have no ingredients to bake with, so we can't actually bake. You can see a bunch of books here because he looks like a book nerd. I mean, it really is. There's a shower, so hot water comes out of here. Yeah. What, have you never seen that before, Senel? That's kind of okay. Oh, assign someone as the leader, but here you have to play as the leader. Yeah, you are forced. I think the Eternia, Tales of Eternia did it like that too. You could only run around as every character, but that character has to be the leader and the one you're playing as in the battles. So you want to just
let's hurry to the bandit's lair.
You want to run around as Farah, but play as Reed. You're gonna be in some trouble.
Will, I believe you've forgotten your map.
Ah, thank you.
Well, I got a world map.
Take care of yourself, Senel.
It's actually
When
not a
you
map of
return
the
to
entire
Shirley,
world, but
let's
like
all get together for
the
tea.
world that you get to explore in this game. And with Shirley, let's all get together for tea. Speaking of tea, I actually tried some green tea for the first time today, because I've believe it or not, I've never had green tea before. And the reason I went out on my way to get green tea is because we went to eat at a Cuban restaurant today, and like, I didn't like it. Not because I don't like Cuban music, I actually quite like... No, not music, Cuban food, I meant to say. I actually quite like Cuban food. But this one was greasy. Like, just disgustingly greasy. It felt like I was eating a bowl like lard with some meat on it somewhere, instead of like a Cuban sandwich. And that just left such a bad taste in my mouth and in my throat that when I got back home, I was like, okay, I'm literally going to need to consume something that is like the exact opposite of what I just ate. And I remember we had some tea, so I was like, I've never had tea. The tea that we've had this before, but I'm literally just gonna grab some tea to make this thing go down. And yeah. I didn't like the green tea because it tasted like I had just grounded some grass and put it in a bottle of water. But it did make me feel better, so I might consider continue drinking tea, just for the medicinal and physical effects of it, rather than the taste. Because I've tried other kinds of tea, several times in my life, and I just never liked them. I don't like tea. But if it's got some nice effects with it, I might be willing to just deal with it and drink some tea every once in a while. Okay. What's really funny is that one of the Tales of the World games, Will has a mystic art that is literally him slamming his hammer over and over an enemy instead of using arts. I mean, he's got the muscle and he's got the weapon, he might as well. Tales of Legendia, the journey of tea time. I don't understand why green tea is so popular as a flavor in Japan. Yeah, it's like I've seen green tea ice cream and green tea like snacks and green tea everything. It's just like, why? Why do you all like green tea so much? It's so weird. Anyways, here's the world. Okay. Hold on, Senel. Let's see about taking the duct. Oh, those. There's special passages that allow for nearly instantaneous travel to various points of the legacy. From now on, we should try looking for ducts wherever we go. So allow us to go back to that place in an instant. Here's ducts. So, okay, can you open the whatever? Okay, I recommend ginger tea with lemon. It's gonna taste horrible, but it's better than green tea in my opinion. Yeah, I've eaten green tea Kit Kats. Ah, that's right, Kit Kats. Those have a tea variant. So let's go ahead and take a look. Oh, here. Books, synopsis, recipes. Actually, still Senel writing this whole central city. We'll have to go take care of some business. Then things got even weirder when these bounce people jumped in and started giving me more trouble. Just when I thought things would have to go back to normal. I can go rescue Shirley. According to Will, the band's there, but why does he have to tag along? Okay, so Senel is not having a fun time with him here. Oh, it's the fast travel silos from Banjo-Tooie. Yeah, I'm very funny that Will talks about ducts, but you can't use them until you find another duct. Ah, yeah, that's right. That's why it doesn't activate. But anyways, in this game we don't have an airship like you normally do in JRPGs. We have ducts. They all come back to the What do you mean I can't use this? Oh, R3. Okay. There we go. Yeah, that's the legacy. That's the world map. There's nothing else. It's just that's it. But yeah, there's no airship on in this game. No way of like air travel or skipping over the land like you normally do. In this game, you get your ducts, and they all go back to where it's beacon. Okay. What's my? Well, what's your stuff? Okay, you got lightning here, and let's put first aid right here. Jesus Christ, game, you're dying. Okay.
A little experiment. Don't go too far on your own.
Here's a hunchback hopper.
Lightning.
And let's go ahead and use an item too since we're here. Okay. Well, yeah. In this game, for now,
I give no quarter to those in my way.
the magic users are not quite as entertaining to use. You know, maybe later once they get items that allow them to cast faster and cast almost infinitely, they'll be a little better. But let's see. Got some stuff. Full HP at the end of battle. That's convenient. Okay. I misheard as we don't have airships. We have ducks. That would be hilarious. Okay. Okay. Then you said you were going to fix that FPS problem. Yeah, I'll have to. I'll have to actually mess around with the emulator settings, and I don't want to mess up the stream for it. So for this stream, we'll have to deal with them. But I'll have to, once the stream is over, I'll see what's going on, see if I can change something to make them a little better. Actually, even with those cast speed reductions, accessories, casters are still slow with some of their areas. Yeah, that's true. That's why I probably never played as any of them too much. Like, I tried them out every once in a while, but for the most part I just stuck with Senel and Chloe and the Iron Ares users. Okay, employees only. I guess you can't go in. Yeah, I should let the AI do the work, same here. It took the Tales of franchise a while before magic users became fun to use. Tales of Symphonia kinda had this issue too. Genus and Rain were not fun to use. Like, at all. Colette and Sheena, for example, they at least were like hybrids. They did have spells, but they also had physical arts. So yeah, strike arts, that's what they're called. So it was more fun to use them. But in this game, it is not quite that lucky. Okay. There's gotta be a great treasure buried in the Raging Bay. I'm going to find it someday. Not today, though. Today I'm busy just staring at it. Okay, can we go down there? Can we go that? Can we not? Can we not go down there? It's a... Seriously? I feel cheated. That looks like somewhere you could go down into, but apparently not. Never mind, I want a refund. Okay. I have to look at the game in OBS to see anything clearly, but it works. Yeah. Anyways, I was in the sea when the pillar of light appeared. I was beyond surprised. I mean, I think everyone was. This kind of stuff just doesn't just happen. You know, we got some squids, and we got some Call of Duties. It's my favorite game. That's not actually. I don't actually like Call of Duty, except like World of War. I guess that was alright. But the new Call of Duty is there. Okay, the regularly scheduled ship should come soon. If it doesn't, I won't be able to stock up in time. Well, that's unfortunate for you, Mr. Man, but I will prepare for the worst. I remember trying to do arena fight with just Will, and I couldn't cast, so I literally just spammed his hammer melee, and that managed to stun lock. Unfortunately, unless the letter says examine, you can't climb it. Ah, okay. That was actually two different pieces of information in the same comment. Okay, so yeah, Will is able to stun lock with his normal like melee attack, and then also ladders cannot be climbed if they don't explicitly say that you can. Okay, I mean, I guess I could show off what Will's
They're fast, so watch yourself.
attacks do. Like,
We'll take them out in no time.
yeah, that's what the Will's. He's got the ability to attack. But hey, we got a new title for Will. Let's see. No more pens. It's all about that. It's all about that hammer now. But yeah, he's definitely not as efficient a close range fighter as Senel is. Okay, got a country cottage here. I mean, this is like the closest thing to a. Do you remember the what was the name of them in Tales of Symphonia? The Houses of Salvation. Yeah, this is basically a House of Salvation. It's a small area you get to rest at a little bit. I train adventurers and travelers how to fight monsters. Looks like you might be interested in learning a few things. There's something you want to ask. Combos, climax mode, climax combos, caution signals, field of... Wait, what? Oh! Fields of effect. I almost read that as fields of phonons, and I was like, wait, hold on, wrong game. We don't do that here. Okay, about areas, stones and crystal areas, compound areas, and don't ask anything. Okay, I do need to remember what the hell climax mode is. Climax gauge will go up as you attack enemies and they attack you once the climax gauge is full. Excellent! Use cross and falling sleep. L1 button to start climax. You can launch an all-out attack on your defenseless enemies. Definitely use it when you're in a tough spot. If there's anything else you want to hear about, not particularly. Okay, now guys, I forgot about fields of effects. Some suck later, especially in the chapter quests. What are they again? Oh, I need to be reminded. That was caution signals. You've seen the red, yellow exclamation mark that appears over enemy. Okay, that's just letting you know what that means. Okay, fields of effects. Some monsters can deploy a magical field of effects. That's what it is. On the ground, this can cause all kinds of physical ailments. You can only avoid their effects by staying away or by equipping a charm against the physical elements of field of effect. Field of effect 1 charm, wards of yellow. Field of effect 2 red and black. Don't mix up the colors. Is there anything else you want to hear about? Not particularly. Yeah, I remember what fields of effects are now. They are shit. Hate them. FOE means something very different. in the Atrian Odyssey games. I mean, it just looks like it says foe, like enemy. So, you know, I could be something. Oh, that tutorial was horrible at explaining climax mode. Yeah, it's a lot more than just that. But you know, the Koichi is slipping over there, sharing some grand dreams. We've been playing this game for an hour and 35 minutes when we've been streaming for an hour and 52 minutes. So, you know, a fair amount of time has been spent just faffing about, as you can see. Okay, we just gotta keep going north now and find our spot, which I think this is it. Well, I guess we got to see what Will is like, but we'll just put Senel back in place. Okay. I remember there was a random enemy that and I had a petrify field effect in an epilogue. That sounds horrifying. Oh god. Just some random enemy can give you an entire game over if you just walk into a field of effect. That's oof. We're gonna need to be ready for that. I'll explain climax mode when you get to a full party to take advantage of climax finishers. Yeah. I can't remember what it looks like, but you know. Okay, let's go ahead and throw a magic lens on one of these people. Peepits. Okay, so you can jump in this game. And it is convenient to do so for these kinds of enemies. Kinda hard to hit them though. Well, why didn't you just come over here to hit them a couple times with the hammer? You didn't really need to do that.
We won!
Good job there, Senel. You did fine job. Now this thing. This field of darkness here. There's something here. This is a chaotic zone. It's a place that teems with the spirits of monsters. You're likely to encounter much stronger monsters within these zones. The citizens strive to avoid them if at all possible. However, though dangerous, some treasure hunters and errands rush inside, seeing only the treasure chest that lies beyond. I mean, that's fair enough. So you need to ask yourself whether you're ready to pass through it or if it's better to avoid it. That's right. Oh, there you go. Is it like the Union attacks from Symphonia? I forgot what they're called. Nah, it's not like that. Yeah, it's a bit less complex actually. But we'll see what they look like. We could go in there right now. Like we're level 3. I mean, it's not like we're particularly high level, but we could go in there. But maybe I'll do that later. Okay. I hear my computer trying to process stuff. Okay, well, right before I get to that treasure chest, we're gonna have to deal with some rock lizards. Okay, let me go ahead and whip out the magic lens. Okay, why are you people weak to? Nothing. Okay, there we go. We get anything for that? Senel learned impact. Okay, that's nice. Will didn't learn anything though. That's unfortunate. Most of the time it's worth it to go through those chaos bubbles and fight the unique enemies for experience. Yeah, I remember you doing that for the most part when I first played the game. So we'll take care of that. Impact. You are hit with all your might to down the enemy. Okay, so this is what is going to let us bring an enemy down, which is going to be important for throwing them. Yeah. Oh, I love impact. It's so fast for a knock. Yeah, for a knockdown areas. Yeah, it's pretty handy. You haven't learned anything else. Well, you do have first aid, so that's going to come in handy eventually, I'm sure. Hard leather. Okay. Let's see. Are you wearing anything? You're wearing a robe. Okay, you can't actually wear this thing. Hey man, throw that thing in there. Got no head accessories. Got no normal accessories either. It's okay, I suppose. Okay, so we can just keep going here. But I'm actually gonna go back and go to these darkness balls. And you're not guaranteed to find an enemy, I don't think. But it's very likely that you will. Okay. So this guy is like, do we actually know their levels? Doesn't seem like it. Okay, but it seems kind of strong. There we go. So we're now able to knock down enemies very quickly.
Every drop of sweat in training is one less drop of blood in battle.
Yeah, but push-ups?
Yeah, push-ups, Senel. Work it out, and also your shadows are like not functioning. Okay, we are definitely playing on an emulator, in case you were wondering. Okay. Anyways, menacing monsters. We actually get skits in this game, that's right.
That monster we just fought sure was menacing.
Indeed. I prefer not to encounter one of those again.
It wasn't that bad.
We fought a lot of monsters so far, but none of them made me feel that uncomfortable.
It wasn't even that bad. Senel, calm down.
We should pay attention to any signs of monsters.
Well, okay, whatever. Oh yeah, and I think it's not guaranteed to fight their unique enemies from Chaos Bubbles too. Yeah, you can just fight normal enemies instead. You'll know if they're unique if they are black all over. Yeah, if they have a black aura around them or just look black, I think. That's how you'll know. Angels. Let's see. So is this one gonna be a bit more interesting? Or are we gonna have...
Again?
No, it's just... Yeah, again.
Lightning!
Wait. Okay, let's see. Hey, you. Try to bring this guy down. It's not working. Hey, we got our climax thing ready.
You brought this on yourself.
Okay. Let's see. Hey, you. 500 gals. And we could have 2 million right now, but I was like, nah. We're okay.
Again?
Let's see. There we go. I mean, there's really no point of doing impact on this. You're actually able to grab them, but, you know, you can do it.
You brought this on yourself.
Okay. I really want to see if we can find one of those strong enemies, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna happen. There we go. Okay. So that's what they look like. Egg Bear Spirit. Let's go ahead and whip out one of our... We need to kill this guy quickly because apparently his effects are killing the game. Oh my god. Okay. Jesus. Am I supposed to have like a... Okay, that's doing a strong attack now. I'm going to be hearing that who high this in my sleep. Yeah, it's get used to it. Okay. There we go.
Sorry, I forgot to go easy on you.
And you're gonna be hearing it more and more if we keep hearing the noises like that. Okay, I definitely need to see if I can do something about that slowdown by next week. Because I haven't really messed around with any of the settings on my PS2 emulator since I got it, because most of the settings are just set to whatever like the recommended settings are. You know, like the settings have a recommended thing that they say. But you know, just because it says recommended doesn't mean it's guaranteed to be the best, to give you the best results. So I'll have to experiment a bit. Okay. You know, there's also something basic we can do, which is just like increase the priority of the PC, of the PC's effort to the emulator, which will make the the CPU usage go up more. But right now it's like it's jumping between like 6% and 10% of CPU usage. So it's really not gonna be that horrible if I increase the priority a bit. Obviously the issues are with the emulator, not your computer, unless you have a lot of garbage programs running in the background right now. Nah, I don't really have that much. So we'll just have to mess around with it, see what we can do. I'll do like some off-screen grinding. Not so much to actually grind, but just to test out different settings. Once we're once we're done here. Okay.
The fog's gotten a lot thicker.
Halt!
I mean, I don't see any fog, but sure.
Look, up there.
Oh, that's
Looks like
it.
I'll be taking care of my other business first.
We've got you now. Give up.
You've got me. Give up? Just who do you think you're talking to?
We are now talking to, again, Japan's favorite character from this game. Chloe Valance is the reason Tales of Legendia is still relevant.
Save your threats until after you've tasted my blade. Demon Fang!
There we go. Okay, you just killed like 5 people, by the way.
Such a reckless little girl to cut down the entire bridge like that.
It seems like her style.
She's an Iron Aaron.
Yep. And she's got an
What,
iron
there are more
sword.
down here? So be it.
Wait, we actually have to fight her? Oh, that's right.
Filthy kidnappers. I'll taste your rotten souls.
Actually, hold on. I mean, it's probably the only chance we're going to get, so, hey, Magic Lens, give me a clue here. Got 12,000. Wasn't the bear stronger than her? Okay. There we go. We're not doing a whole lot of damage, though. Oh, what I was about to say, grinding already. Yeah, this isn't Xenosaga. We don't need to worry about grinding too much. There we go, she's done.
Lightning!
Well, she's done. You can stop trying to kill the person you're trying to save. Okay.
You're mistaken. We're not with those bandits.
What?
We're here to rescue a kidnapped girl.
Oh really? I just assumed...
Never assume, Chloe. It's a bad habit.
That's real good, slicing people up on assumptions.
That's it. Settle's on the right page here.
Senel!
Why, he's right, though.
So you're headed for the bandit's lair too?
Yes.
To do what?
My objective is the same as yours.
To rescue a little girl? Okay, are we playing Silent Hill
My
now?
objective has absolutely nothing to do with you.
No matter. I cannot stand by and allow injustice to prevail.
I mean... Okay.
At last, we've got you now!
Well,
Sounds like there's more of them on the way. We can't afford to get surrounded. Run!
I guess we're doing a coward maneuver. Well, okay, that's enough. Lightning! Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Are those all Moses' men?
Yeah, quite the little army, isn't it?
Yeah, he's got his people. Also, what is this place? It's got like steam coming all over the place.
Where did she go?
On her own mission?
Who knows? Must have run off on her own.
Damn, I needed to speak with her.
Is she the young lady Musette was talking about?
Yes,
Indeed she
Chloe
is.
Valance. As expected, her sense of justice has driven her to come here and rescue Shirley.
Why? She doesn't even know Shirley.
A true hero will save anyone, regardless of their knowledge of that person. That's what My Hero Academia will teach you. Okay.
She was born a knight. Knights act according to their duty.
A knight?
I mean, you're a Marine, you should know about this. A Marine is just a water knight, alright? Settle? Okay, anyways. I just got spoiled about something Super Smash Bros. Ultimate related. There are new bosses that we haven't heard about before, and they look amazing. Wow, that's... I'll look forward to it. I'm gonna try to keep my... I think we've seen enough of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate though. Like, at least I feel like I've seen enough of Smash Ultimate. So the rest of the game, I'm just gonna keep it for myself for when it comes out, which is not far from now. Like Smash Ultimate is coming out in 2 weeks. Yeah, next week is the...
I have my moments.
Next week's Friday will be the 30th, and then the Friday afterwards will be the 7th. So we're basically 2 weeks away. So, you know, looking forward to that. Okay. Let's see. We can go over here, but should we? Let me actually go down here and see what's going on. Okay. I don't know which way I should go. I'm gonna go south first. Maybe that's the right way to go. Oh, this is where we just were with Chloe. Okay, yeah, this is technically the right way to go. Let's see.
This will just take a second. Lightning.
It's really hard to hit this airborne enemies because they're all like...
Lightning.
You can't demon fist these people. There we go. I demon fist styles all the way.
Yourself.
Are you going to get Smash when it launches or later? I'm getting it for Christmas myself. I've actually pre-ordered it already. So, assuming that the store I go to gets it the day it comes out on Friday, then yeah, I'll be able to get it about probably the earliest I'll probably be able to get it though is on Saturday instead of on Friday. Because if it comes out on Friday, so I'll probably have to work that day, and unless I get off work early, which I could make an availability request to get off work early, but nah, I think I'll just get it on Saturday instead, and then I don't know, maybe we'll actually have a one-off stream that day and play a little bit of Smash. A little bit, yeah. Senel's not the best for airborne enemies. All Iron Ares characters are way better. Yeah. Yeah, Senel is a monster on, well, against ground enemies, but you know it's most of them. But this guy, I mean, he does have these high kicks, but you know,
well done, everyone.
that's the thing with fist fighters. Like, pretty much in every possible scenario. They're always better at very close range ground enemies as compared to airborne enemies. The airborne enemies is the fighting type's nightmare here. Okay. Let's see. Alright. Alright, I literally just saved. Okay.
Don't underestimate the enemy. They're fast, so watch yourself. We'll take
so rock lizard. I mean, it's not a lizard made of rock. It is a lizard who lives in the rocks. There are a lot of critical damage, surprisingly. And then you have Jude, who has a decent chunk of airborne arts. Again, I haven't played all of Celia, but I do remember Jude being pretty... Jude is just very efficient. He's able to heal, he's able to attack physically, you know, he's got a bunch of combo attacks, he's just got a bunch of stuff. What is this? Ow. Oh, it's maybe. Well, what are you doing in a place like this? A Wonder Baker must undergo constant rigorous training. How do you like that? Impressive, huh? Doesn't she always say that? I'm not sure where to start. What, is something wrong? Well, whatever it is, don't worry. Life's not all about burned bread. But I kinda like my bread being a little bit charred, if I have to be honest with you here. Good luck, bye bye! You forgot to give us a recipe. You're the one who needs luck. We just get a recipe. She doesn't actually have to hand it to us, we just have to look at her. And it gives us a recipe. This is almost Asumanga Dio music. You know what? Yes! It actually does sound like it. I traded in almost all of the anime collections that I had, except for Asumanga Dio, because that's so much. I want to watch that show again one of these days. It's the only anime that I like actually rewatched over and over, other than like Nichijou, because Nichijou is just composed of clips. You can watch Nichijou in pretty much any order you want, and it's still fun. Okay, I'm able to make ham sandwiches. You know, is you grab a sandwich and you put a ham on it. Pretty self-explanatory if you ask me. Okay, give me some of that evil dark enemies. Hoping we get some people instead. I expected those evil enemies to appear a lot more, so, but apparently not. Anyways.
I give no quarter to those in my way.
Okay, well, let's see. Yeah, I think we will consistently have 1% of our overall frames drop, because we do keep dropping a few frames here and then. And we got Millennium's Gel. That's all we can grab from here, so let's just go. Now, looking at a person who somehow disguised herself as an origami made me learn how to put ham between bread slices. That's just JRPG logic for you. I mean, we've got 2 party members. You're supposed to stand back healing and doing attacks, Will, and then I'm supposed to be out here punching people. That's the dynamic over here.
You brought this on yourself.
Okay. You know what? Hold on. Let me do something here. I should probably set Will's strategy. What's the strategy? There it is. Alright. Will, the distance, yeah, as far as possible. Balance, defend more, attack more. Yeah, just, I guess, keep on the attack. Set how much TP. I mean, you are a mage, so you might as well just keep it like that at least. Like, maybe keep a little bit just in case, like, emergency healing, but, you know. And then 3 characters different from the one I'm attacking. The same character as the one I'm attacking. I guess for now, yeah, same, just because that would be like a supportive way of attacking. Okay. Then once we get some more mages in here, we can make those other mages attack different people. Okay. Let's see. We have a treasure chest over here. It's gonna be here a life bottle, also useful. Alright. We're definitely gonna need some holy bottles. Once we are able to afford a couple of them. Because
I have my moments.
yeah, I remember not using holy bottles a whole lot in most of the Tales of games. In this one though, I kept running out of holy bottles because I was just trying to avoid encounters as much as possible. And I mean, they work, so yeah, I'll keep using them when we get the chance to use them. Okay, we've been streaming for 2 hours and 6. I think a good goal for tonight is to get to Moses' Slayer and just finish that. I don't remember it being too long, so we should be okay.
Looks like I got a little worked up.
That's okay, Will. It makes you stronger. Makes you a better person. Not really, but here we go. Okay, we got a field now, and there should be a tunnel around here somewhere. Bandit's lair should be just a little further ahead. Finally. There should be a dock somewhere around the hideout. Just use it to return to town when we need to. Okay, and it should be like here, over there. Where is the duct? Should be a duct. You also can't move the camera up or down, which is kind of inconvenient. Okay, believe it or not, I didn't use a single holy bottle, and some dungeons felt so fun with combat areas that I used a few dark bottles. Ah, well, okay, clearly you got a lot more mileage of the combat system than I did when I first played this game. So again, I'm definitely looking forward to exploring the combat system a bit more deeply. See if I actually get some fun out of it, as compared to when I first played it. Is that the duct, or is that just a rock? That is not a duct, that is a rock. What's a duct? Jesus! Wait to those Mario moves, man.
Don't underestimate the enemy.
I should probably be like examining these things. Let's see. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'll fly. Alright. Alright, hold on. Okay, let's see if we can scan these guys now. It's a hopper, and the other one's a hopper fly. Okay, are any of you people weak to anything? No. They just... Okay. Yeah, as you can see, airborne enemies are a pain in the ass to deal with. There we go.
We won.
Okay, we actually lost. Again, there will actually be a lot of battles in this game where we lose great, because this game's just that much harsher about grading you. But did I miss the duct? Or am I just not looking for it hard enough? I feel like I should have seen it by now. Yet I don't see it. Okay, I mean, I can't begin to describe how many times I heard Will say that I interrupted my ears. Oh yeah, I remember that too. It's pretty. What the hell? They attack from behind? And now I'm poisoned? This is not fair. Oh, I don't appreciate what's happening right now. See what I have to do to get rid of airborne enemies? Ridiculous. My only option. The dog's pretty much always next to the entrance of the next area. Ah, okay. I love how their eyes are closed because they're both poisoned. Okay, whatever. And we're still poisoned. Do we have any panacea bottles? Yeah, we have exactly 2. Well, we're gonna have to use that bread now. Boom, and then use it again. Alas, this is the situation we've come across today. Okay. There it is! Yeah, so docks are usually right next to the next place rather than the previous place. I think there was an entrance by the hideout. Let's use it when we want to return to the city. Like now. I had to go back and do some shopping, because clearly I'm gonna need a couple more healing items. Oh yeah, back attacks are rough since your formation is backwards. That's the only reason why I position characters in the middle and hope the AI casters move before casting. Yeah.
This'll just take a second. Eat this.
Okay. Did I examine these people already? I did. Okay, so they're strong against fire, weak against ice. You know, makes sense. I just bomb rush them basically.
Alright.
Okay, how much money do I have? Does this tell me? It told me I got 27 gold, but it didn't tell me how much gold I have. Let's see. We have... Well, that's the amount of encounters that, quote-unquote, I have. No, we have almost 2,000 gold. Okay, that should be enough for what I need to buy. I mean, I just need to buy a couple of healing items. I'm not upgrading my equipment yet. But I believe this is the place to do it. Yeah, this is the get ready shop. Let's see. Apple gel. And I'm mostly interested in buying these Fantasia bottles. Buy like at least 4 of them. And I guess we'll restock on magic lenses over here. Life bottles, we've got 5 of those apparently. So we'll be okay. And we could buy a cape, but now I'll be okay. Alright. Let me see if I can stop by the bakery though and buy make some bread. Let's see. So what? Can I make any bread right now or do I have to buy ingredients? I cannot even make toast. Okay. So let's just go ahead and make some toast, I suppose. Okay, we do have jam. Which we might as well just use buy a little bit of that. We have the recipe for it. There we go. I know it's kind of expensive, but we can make a use out of it. Okay, let's go ahead and make some toast with jam. Perfect. Now this restores 20% of HP as opposed to 15%. So it is automatically an improvement. Let's see. Well, we got that. I guess let's save it. Like, I mean, we might as well just rest that day in, just to heal the last bit of HP that Senel is missing. Okay. Let's see. And that is the end music of this game. Pretty cool, I suppose. Okay. Perfect. Now let's go back to that hideout, take care of Moses, save Shirley, encounter Chloe, all the things that are supposed to happen over there. Maybe other stuff. Also, I hate how you can't move until the camera's done, like, panning out. Okay. I forgot what recipe I liked using the most in this game. I'll have to look up all of them. Well, the most powerful recipe is the, like that beef bread stew bowl thingy. That heals everything. But, it also requires a lot of items, so it might have not been your favorite out of just resource consumption. Is that music or is that just crickets? Yeah, it's just crickets. Okay.
Well, y'all finally made it.
Here's the man himself. Being funky as hell is his little dark witch.
Moses! An ambush?
Well, I mean, it's hardly an ambush,
Now,
really.
what's that face for? And after I came all the way out here just to show you folks some hospitality. Y'all could be a bit more grateful, you know. Ain't that right, Geek?
That's the dog's name, is it? Better get.
Let Shirley go!
So that's the girl's name, Shirley. You know her?
Surely we know her, yes.
I said, let her go!
Well,
Y'all watch your step now.
that's cartoony as hell.
Senel, are you alright? Talk to me. Senel!
Moses, you...
Huh, don't look at me, he's the one who fell for it.
I mean, it makes a point.
Senel! Hey, Senel!
I mean, Senel's story at the beginning here seems to just be a series of unfortunate events that he keeps getting into for being such a freaking numbskull and just rushing into everything. Okay. Yeah, he fell for it.
Can you hear me? Whip!
Wait. I didn't mean to skip dialogue then, but I mean, we know what he said.
I need to get back up there.
I mean, it's not like you were caught, you're enjoying Will's company too much anyways. Got an apple gel. Here's a dog spirit bowl thing, whatever the hell this is called. Okay. One pump, yep. Then gel. What's it gonna be? I remember this happening in Toshina a lot. Is this a running gag in the Tales of series? It might be. Also, here's a chirpy chick. These guys have a lot more HP. Actually, hold on, let me whip out my magic lenses. Okay. Now we know they're weak to lightning and strong to rock. There we go. I can't really do anything with them until they... Okay, here's the problem with short enemies. You can't hit them with everything. There we go. We acquire an air stone. That's convenient, I suppose. Okay, here we got one more of these things. There's a lot of this throughout the game. So, you know, here's a lizard man spirit. Yeah, all of this contained like the spirit of creatures rather than a specific creature of some sort. There we go. I don't know why I keep doing impact when I can't do anything with it, but... Ow. I sure hope you like the words hoo-ha and eat this. Because you're gonna be hearing them a lot here.
What are you looking at, huh?
Okay.
Demon fist. Eat this. Eat this. Demon fist. Eat this.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, I found that out about how long their invincibility frames lasted. Yeah, they any Elsort player will know never to knock down. Any Tales of Legendia player will know to knock down as soon as you get throwing abilities. Okay. But yeah, throwing with Senel is really fun, but we'll have to unlock throws as we proceed. Okay.
This'll just take a second.
Oh, we got a... Not heat, just a normal wolf. Something's... Okay, you can't just keep saying that, Senel. It's just... It's kind of a repeating sentence.
You brought this on yourself.
We get some apple deals here? No. Okay, fine, I'll just... Wait, did you just learn a new base Eris? Did I? Oh, I did. There we go. There's our first throwing attack. Ground slam. Throw an enemy that is down. Wake feather. If they are super light enemies, we can throw them. So I look forward to doing that, but for now let's use some apple gel over here. There we go. Okay. Yeah, thank you for pointing that out. With with the double experience, I'm just leveling up faster than I realizing. Okay. The Grand Slam. I can't see a damn thing, by the way. Gabe, you wanna turn that brightness up?
Someone's there. Did Moses send someone after me? They won't get me that easily.
I am a Marine officer.
Ah?
Ah! Oh, it's Chloe. Hello, Chloe.
Ah!
Ah! You're a JRPG protagonist. I never thought you're not supposed to be here.
That harebrained chick.
God damn, okay, you're a snappy one, aren't you, Senel? Jeez.
How dare you address me like that?
Well, if you're here, you obviously fell into one of those trapdoors, right?
Be quiet. You're a fine one to talk.
She didn't deny it.
Ah! What do you think you're...
Shut up, someone's coming.
Ah, don't press so hard.
That can be interpreted several ways. Let's just go with a safer route and pretend he's just trying to cover her mouth really hard and not something else.
Senel, are you there?
I as well. We now have the will to continue forward.
Oh, well.
You can't see a thing here. Well, you don't even know what's happening, which I guess just makes the experience that much
And
more.
to think, you two only just met.
What are you talking about?
But these two are made for each other because they think alike.
Come with us. Let's head back up.
All right.
Yeah, I think that Senel said that in response to the caution signal the enemy did. That yellow exclamation point. Yep. Okay. We'll join the party, but not Chloe. Why not? She's literally right here. She can fight. She's got a sword. We've seen her slice a bridge in half. I want that kind of power in my playable party. Okay. It's freaking jazz music though. Seriously.
Now, Miss Chloe Vollins,
How do you know my name?
Because the lady told us.
your reputation as a defender of justice precedes you.
It is my duty to help those in need.
They say you jumped into a couple squabble and beat the man half to death.
I mean, there might have been some abuse in that relationship, you don't know.
When?
3 days ago. Did you not realize what you had done?
She was blinded by justice.
No.
I've heard several stories like that about you.
Lies. All lies.
Nothing but lies. There's cake everywhere. It's a
Nice way to
bakery
help people.
downstairs. Okay.
Quiet, you.
The spirit with which you attempt to follow your beliefs is certainly admirable. But it would be wise to think a bit more about the potential consequences of your actions.
This feels like the dynamic is gonna be like the opposite here. Like Will is the kind of person that always thinks before he acts, and then Chloe and Sen are the kind of people that always act before they think. But you know, both sides have their flaws. As we've seen many times before, just overthinking can also be a problem, so they can both learn from each other.
Yes. I guess you're right.
Chloe should clear up that arguing couple roadblock in town. Yeah, she'll take care of them. I mean, I can't guarantee both people will come out alive, but at least we'll be able to go through.
You've seen how dangerous this place is.
Not that bad. It's only got a couple wolves and chickens in it.
I think it would be best for you to return quietly to the city.
No, I've come this far. I don't think I should retreat now. Even as we stand here, that poor captured girl is suffering.
I had a feeling you'd say that. In that case, work together with us.
Yeah, please join our playable party. Cardi. That's a weird word to say out of nowhere.
With you?
You make it sound like that's a bad thing.
That kidnapped girl is actually Senel's sister, Shirley.
It is important.
Oh, I see.
You say it yourself, she's your little sister.
All right. Now that I know your situation, for me to refuse would be to go against my very calling.
Yep, she's a very chivalrous person.
I shall accompany you.
If a little clumsy and blind sometimes.
Then it's settled, right, Senel?
That rhymed. Surely, it's settled. It's settled. I'm gonna see what other puns I can come up with here, because these characters have punny names.
Whatever. It's just until we rescue Shirley anyway.
Yeah.
Well,
Well then, might I ask you two your full names?
I'm Will Renard, and this is...
by the way, for everyone who doesn't know, a Renard is a is a hammer user. Like the kind of person that the kind of people that use the hammers that Will use, yeah, they're Renards. So Will's last name is also his profession. There you go.
Senel Coolidge.
Reynard and Coolidge. Understood.
And then we got Valence.
I shall address you as such from now on.
Okay. That was two wild sentences that could have otherwise been phrased as taking a chill pill. Whole sentences. I mean, oh, you made whole sentences that could have been used as chill pill. Chloe joined the party. Yeah, as good as Chloe is with that head, I do wish she took it off more. Yeah, she looks pretty cute without her too. But I guess it's a more unique way of making her look. Also, Moses, you got some money here. You gotta buy yourself some clothes, man.
They say the Mariners ain't like normal folks, but looking at you here, I don't see no difference. Maybe you're just disguised as a regular person.
It's because you haven't seen her go Super Saiyan Blue yet.
No, ain't that. Well, I'm stumped.
Please let me go.
She's not even being treated poorly, she's just standing here. So I'm like, can you please not kidnap me? Nah, I don't think so.
Do what I want you to and I just might.
What do you want?
I came to the Legacy to master sacred airs.
Okay.
Sacred Heiress?
Yeah, it's a kind of airs where your fingernails glow with all the colors of the rainbow. Its power can move mountains.
Well, why would you need that? I mean, Senel's kinda got the fingertip thing going on, but it can't have all the colors in the rainbow, just blue.
Supreme Arcane Airs. That's what Sacred Airs is.
Okay. The way he says airs, it almost sounds like air. Like it's just sacred air around here. You just breathe heavenly.
Why don't you tell me where I can get it, huh?
I mean, I don't think she knows.
Why are you asking me? I've never heard of...
She's never even been here, dude.
Moses! What's up, Chaba?
Oh, so that is how you're supposed to pronounce that.
Sounds like things are about to get interesting.
I mean, you would think it'd say like Saba, but no, it's Chaba.
What should we do?
I'm not sure how a C and an S make like an H sound, but sure. Okay.
You have to ask. We're gonna go play around with them a bit. We'll finish our chat later. I'm gonna go check out some big rats.
Because he's got a dog. I mean, it would make even more sense if he got a big cat, but you know. You almost sound upset that he left. Well, this reminds me of that comic where Ganondorf kidnaps Link's sister, and it turns out they're just having a tea party. I mean, yeah, it's a similar situation. And Moses, just eat some Skittles. Yeah, that'll do just fine. I forgot to set up a party, so we're playing as Chloe, but can I just do that from here? I'm not able to do that from here, actually. Okay. Let's see. You stunned them, Chloe. You were supposed to just let me grab them or whatever. Okay, let me just use a magic lens with that mushroom thing. The RNG. Okay. There we go. That's how trolls work. They just grab them and just slam dunk them. It's great.
We never lose.
This is literally the first battle you two have together. You can't be having this friendly relationship already. That's not how it works. But to be sure. Okay. Anyways, I think Shirley was just trying to leave before the door was closed, so that's why she said, "Oh." Well, that would make sense actually. Anyways, let's go ahead and make a strategy here. So, Chloe, why are you so far back? No, hold on. First of all, Chloe, get up there. You're a frontliner too. Alright. Anyways, yeah, near. You know, be like Senel and defend a little bit. TP usage, be like Senel and not use like half of it, and then definitely attack someone different. Yeah, different than what I'm using, because you know, I don't. There's no need to have two Iron Ares bullying the same enemy. That's a bit much. An Iron Ares and a Crystal Ares on the same enemy, yeah, sure, I can understand that, but the rest is a bit much. Okay, also, let me just grab Will and put him, like, all the way back. Okay. And then... Chloe, now what we want to do is put you up here. And actually, I need to set up the strategy for Senel as well, so make sure he's targeting a different enemy too. Okay, the rest of this should be fine though. So, yeah. Chloe and... When I first played the game, Chloe and Senel were pretty much the only two characters I used. Like, I messed around with the other characters every once in a while, but it was just Senel and Chloe. They were the most natural to... They felt the most natural to use. Okay.
This'll just take a second.
Let's see.
Lightning!
I also kind of like how Chloe has a bit more range with her attacks. Also, you don't have anything set up. Okay, sure, whatever. Sword rain is put down here. I always like to have sword rain like that. There we go. Demon Fang is green. That's the only difference between it and Demon Fist. There we go.
Just like that next time, Chloe.
Sure, I'll take on anything.
Yeah, you guys are just the best friends already. Jesus. Anyways, actually I like ganging up on one enemy and eventually pushing all the enemies to one side of the screen so all of them get hit. Ah, you know what? That is a good strategy too. I'll think about it. Well, let's see. Okay, so this is the entrance. This is the trapdoor that like everyone fell through except Will. See what else we can find around here. Probably need one of those jam toasts, though.
This one's a walk in the park. Demon Fang!
Okay. There we go. Yeah, as you can see, Chloe's got a lot more range, which is gonna make her a little bit easier to work with for airborne enemies.
Just like that next time, Chloe.
Sure, I'll take on anything.
I'm surprised. We've consistently gotten like group quotes on every single one so far. And when other party members go between groups of enemies, the allies become walls to separate enemy grouping. Yeah, that's efficient. Anyways, this since we're here, let's go ahead and eat some toast with jam. I'll make things a little easier. Okay, I got a climax bottle. It's a bottle that has climax on it. Don't ask any more questions about that statement.
They're fast, so watch yourself.
Okay.
We'll take them out in no time.
All right. Okay, yeah, we're pretty much just bullying this guy at this point.
I would never fall to the likes of you.
Okay. I actually said that because it's counteractive to the strategy I just described. Ow! Oh, I wasn't clearly I wasn't paying enough attention. Did anyone learn anything? Blocked enemy attacks? No, we just got some weight from that. Yeah. Well, we'll just see what happens. Obviously, not the same strategy will not work against every enemy, so we'll just have to adjust as we proceed. We'll miss the hideout if we keep going. Ah, okay, so that's the exit. Is what you meant to say over there, Will. Let's see.
Don't underestimate the enemy.
Actually, I haven't scanned this thing yet. Let's see what the deal is with this gal. It is not weak to anything in particular. Probably try to make sure that we'll... Oh yeah, there we go. Here's the frame rate fucking dying. Jesus Christ. Okay. Alright. Are you good now?
That went tolerably well.
Thanks.
Is he meditating?
Okay, this game actually gives you a lot of group quotes. Tales of Symphonia barely ever gave us group quotes at the end of battles. It's so rare to get those in that game. I don't know why. It's got a lot of them too. So actually getting all of them is a real pain in the ass. Okay.
I tell you, folks these days are something else. Barging in here all greedy, trying to kidnap a poor little girl.
I mean...
Look who's talking.
See? I'm glad me and the characters in this game are on the same page.
Your girl's on the top floor.
Well, thanks for letting us know exactly where she is.
Sounds like he's playing with us, like cat and mouse.
I'm gonna pound you into the ground!
Calm down, Senel. Jesus. Yeah, thankfully there's a YouTube compilation of all the group fanfare. Yeah, I've seen it like once or twice. Oh, it's one of these things. Alright, so this game has like puzzle rooms. Is that docked? It seems like it, but something's wrong. I don't think it's working properly. But there's no other way out. And I guess we'll have to go. If not, then can get real weird. Yeah. But this game has a lot of interactions too. Yeah, apparently they're a lot easier to get here. Okay. Where are we? It feels different from the hideout. It's not a hideout. I see. So this is one of the infamous puzzle booths. It's a puzzle room. Sometimes you end up in places like this when you use the ducts. It happens when the pad is twisted. This is the first time I've encountered it. What should we do? Push some blocks until we get all the way over there. Okay, if we can get to the duct over there, we should reach our original destination. They call it a puzzle boot because of the structure. Makes sense. We should be able to move that block over there. It would appear we need to push blocks out of the way and push other blocks to fill gaps in order to go forward. It's a basic block pushing thing. We know how those work. Okay, you can see the view, try again, or even escape in order to make it easier to access the terrain. I understand. I'll press the start button if I get stuck. Okay, so let's take a break. Yeah, you can raise the camera a little bit. And you know, what I love about Senel saying hostile stuff is that you're close to breaking an enemy's guard and you'll destroy them. Oh, that's great. Yeah, Senel is just so ridiculously aggressive that is almost entertaining in his own way. Okay, so there's only one place where we can push this one into. Let's make sure we push it in that specific direction. Alright, there we go. Well, now we can go through. Let's see. I regret that I didn't get to show you Rox's card during my Deltarune stream. Its idea of a devilishly hard puzzle is a block you have to move one space. Oh my god, that sounds great. Yeah, I'll get to check out more Deltarune in the future, I'm sure. Whether you stream it or I stream it or somebody streams it. I mean, already people have been playing that game already, but there's only one chapter out, so again, I'll wait until the whole thing is out. Okay, I think you can actually skip this if you keep spamming rethink about it, but there are titles that need you to solve a certain amount of them. Yeah, I like to at least give them a shot. I know some of the later ones get ridiculously complicated, so I might think about using that for those. But then the little voice inside my head tells me, don't be a little bitch. And then I have to do them because I need to pride on myself. Okay.
This looks like the top floor.
I don't know. Is there a ceiling telling you about it? I don't know. We can't look up.
Is it locked?
Shirley, are you in there?
Senel?
That answers the question.
Shirley? We finally found you. How are you feeling?
Suddenly, really sad music.
I'm alright. How about you? Are you hurt?
I'm fine. Sorry it took so long to get here.
No, don't worry about that. Thank you for coming to rescue me.
I mean, of course he was going to rescue you, Shirley. Like, have you seen how angry this man gets when somebody, like, looks at you?
Stand back. I'm going to break the door down.
Can you do that?
You're going to break your fingers, but I mean, you can try.
I will do it.
2 hours later.
Stop. There's no point in continuing this.
Senel, you're not Deku. You're not supposed to break your fingers, man.
Move.
You're bleeding. You're going to destroy your hands.
See, I told you, you're not Deku. You can't use this for plot devices. It doesn't work for you.
And you were calling me harebrained?
I said move.
God damn it, Senel, you're like... This is not the task-oriented tunnel vision you want to have.
Senel, please stop.
This is now... Okay, now you have to stop because you're like the law of your life is telling you about it.
Shirley?
Please, don't do anything foolish. I don't want you to get hurt on my account.
All right. I'll find another way.
Look, it's got a keyhole, just find the key. Just be a normal video game character and just do what everyone else does. You don't have to be so reckless about it.
Let's catch Moses and make him tell us where the key is.
He probably has it himself.
He might be carrying it himself.
See? I'm glad Chloe... I'm just gonna keep saying it throughout this entire stream series. I'm glad so-and-so character and I are on the same page.
Yeah. Shirley, hang on just a little longer. We're going to get the key.
Please be careful.
I will.
Okay. When you say spamming everything, all I can imagine is spamming the emote thing. Yeah, fair enough. What's cool is that a few of those of the really hard ones can be solved multiple ways. They just look intimidating. Well, those are the best kind of puzzles. The ones that you know, give you the ability to mess around with them as much as you want. Okay. I'm not used to enemies in my safe rooms, but sure. Let's have some enemies in my safe room. Okay. Was that a... Oh, it's the mushroom boss walking them. That's what's going on. Okay. I literally stopped defending the second he did his attack. Okay.
Not bad. They had a little fight in them.
Yeah, we finally don't have an interaction with each other. That's kind of weird how you kept doing that, but okay, that's fine. Let's see. Did you learn anything, Chloe? No, it's still just Sword Rain and those two. You learned Stone Blast, though. That's cool. And still Ground Slam. Okay. So, we got one more door where we can go through. I feel like Moses is back there. Let me do this real quick. And now we can go and see what's happening. Hey, there he is.
About time y'all showed up. Geet and me were getting tired of waiting.
Hand over the key.
So that's it, huh? You want this key that bad?
Oh, yeah.
Well, in that case, come and get it.
I thought you had like an important speech to say, but no, you just... Jeez! Okay, fair enough, you've kind of earned that, Senel, but still. Alright. Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay. Let's see. Anyway, I should mention that when an iron Ares is glowing on their areas list, that means it's master, so you don't need to use it more to learn its future areas. Ah, that's right. I remember that. Okay. Let me go ahead and use an item to see what's the deal with Mr. Man here. No, it's very horn. Yeah, this is the climax mode. Alright. You just keep doing things until eventually you're done. There we go. Oh. But I guess it only works, you can only do the full effect of it if you, like, press the L1 button too. I forgot about that. Hey, Will, you're dying? You might want to heal yourself. Okay. I don't have enough parts to be doing, like, fancy combos here. Okay. Ow. Okay, it definitely likes his lone wolves and stinks here. Also, climax force is Sawarudo, yes. Okay, well there we go. Oh! Okay, Senel took care of Moses for us. His AI is a bit more impressive than I originally anticipated. But thanks for that, Senel. Highly appreciated, I guess. Okay. Okay, Senel's demon fish was glowing, I believe. Ah, okay. I'll have to look at it. I was gonna make a Pokemon joke, but I hit enter too soon. Yep. Okay.
Huh. This fight ain't over yet.
Looks pretty over to me.
Moses, we're under attack.
But now it's definitely over.
Under attack? They're already at the entrance.
What?
You actually sound concerned for once. That is some crispy sounds I'm getting right now. Holy shit. It's only gonna get worse the more NPCs we get on the screen.
The Marinus girl is in there somewhere. Find her at any cost.
Okay, well you probably got some fan art, lady. I can tell. I've just got a kink for it. I've got not a kink, a keen eye for these things. I meant to say.
Who in the hell are those red guys?
The enemy.
I've never heard of an army like that on the Legacy.
Well, you see, we're in blue team right now, so we gotta go against red team.
When did they come aboard?
That's...
Do you know them, Senel?
No.
Okay, settle. You don't say that's with an exclamation point and a worried voice and then pretend you don't know people. I mean, I know you're dealing with protagonists that are like scripted to not follow you, but you know. Okay. You first need 4 characters to do a climax finisher, and then you can press L1 again, I think, to use it. I forgot what buttons to do what since I haven't played this game for so long, yeah. Look, it's those red grunts enemies from Symphonia 1. The sound effect is horrible, yeah, it's pretty terrible here.
Hey, you there.
There you go.
You want the key, right? Take it.
Moses?
Don't get me wrong now. I'm just lending it to you for a bit.
I mean, it's only gonna need to open the door.
We still gotta settle our score. But for now, we got bigger fish to fry. Geet, Chaba, come on.
This, we just changed from like cool jazz music to this like opera singing. Like menacing opera singing.
If we don't move quickly, we'll get caught in the fighting.
Let's hurry back to Shirley.
And now we're right back to the jazz music. Here we even got a music player. Also, you are a heavy drinker. Moses, look at this shit. Jesus. I question if that man is ever sober. Look at that. God. It's all he has. He's just got jazz music and alcohol. I mean, it's living the dream, I suppose. What What do happy people say again? Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, let's go ahead and make a save here, and let's watch the next cutscene, and then after that I think we're done for tonight, because we've been streaming for 3 hours and 2 minutes by now, so it's a pretty good place to stop after this.
Shirley, what is it?
I mean, open the door and then you'll know.
You!
Oh god, it's Mr. Man again.
You're the flying man that was at Lumen Spring.
Wait! Damn it, where's he headed? This way, hurry!
Oh, you're actually helping us now? You be... Okay, I guess it was never truly established that Moses and his men were, like, evil. Just had
Flying guys seem to be going toward the Crystal Forest.
Okay.
You can get there from the rear exit of the hideout. Follow me.
Oh, here's that place where we were gonna go to before, but we didn't. Alright. Anyways, I think we just finished the entire dungeon with Chloe pretty much, so I guess it's fair now to switch back to Senel. Mess around with that throwing ability he got. Because it is pretty fun to do. Okay. Let's see. I need to save again. No, you do not need to solve the freaking pushing puzzle every time. You just need to solve it the one time, and now you're able to use the teleporter as normal, which is ideal. We still have some enemies to deal with in here. Let's see if we can get some chickens. If I can throw them around.
This'll just take a second.
We have some chickens here. Okay. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Well, apparently you just can't hit these people. That's fine, I guess. There we go. Nope, nothing here. That's fine. Let's see, did Senel learn, like, use... Yeah, Demon Fist is shining now. So that means we don't need to use it anymore. You can actually see the, yeah, it's got skill level 50 out of 50. Shadow Rush 41 out of 50. So, you know, 50 is the amount of times you're expected to use a certain skill. So that you can learn more, you know, more areas later. That's the gist of it. That's how it works. And I think it's 50 for all of the iron areas, but I think the spells are a little lower. But I might be mistaken. I sure hope they're lower, because that's a pain in the ass.
Go out here and just keep going straight. You'll reach the Crystal Forest.
To have to do one spell a million times over.
I'm sure Moses would do the same thing if he were here.
There's one thing I'd like to ask. Do you know of a swordsman with a tattoo of a snake on his arm?
That's a very specific question, but probably not.
A snake tattoo? No, I'm afraid not.
I think you should mention this since the game didn't do so. If you press down while guarding, you use Guardian. It's an unbreakable guard that protects against crystal areas, but the catch is that it's after guarding is over, you stop guarding for a split second. I'll take that over actually losing TP by using it like it was in Symphonia.
Well, bye now. Good luck.
Yep. Oh, some random trivia I forgot to mention. Yesterday I was just browsing around on YouTube, and I got an ad that was... Hold on.
Sorry to keep you waiting, darling.
This is going to be kind of interesting. Yeah, after this we'll explain the situation.
Hand over the Marinus now.
Whoa, easy there, baby. Came all the way out here to see me, so why don't we have us a little fun?
Well, he's a smooth talker at least.
Unfortunately, I haven't got time for weaklings like you.
Well, y'all came up here reaching for a fight. We're just glad to oblige. Ain't no backing out now. Let's get it on!
Oh, there we go. Okay. We get another cutscene now? Nope. Okay, so let me go ahead and save here. Crystal Forest is toward 12 o'clock. Will you be staying with us, Chloe? course. Yay. Let's go ahead and do a save here. And yeah, so hand over the marinara sauce now. Yep. But yeah, I was watching, just browsing YouTube yesterday, and I got an ad that was like an hour and 45 minutes long. I was like, what the fuck? And it starts off with like Chris Pratt, like the actor, like telling you to not skip it, because there'll be something special after the trailer here. So it's a trailer for the Lego Movie 2, followed by the entire first Lego movie as an ad. And like when I saw it, I remember actually reading about that somewhere else the other day. So I was like, so this shit was real. They just straight up had like the entire Lego movie as an ad that you may be caught off by on YouTube. And I think it actually said, like, after the trailer for the Lego Movie 2 ends, there's a little transition that says like, do not press the skip button or you lose your ability to continue watching this movie or something like that. And sure enough, I watched it for a little bit just to see, just because out of curiosity. I watched like the first 10 minutes of the movie, then I got bored. And yeah, after I skipped it, I think I got it one more time where it actually picked up right where in the last time I skipped it, and after that it hasn't popped up again. And that particular ad will probably only be around for a few more days. So if you're looking to watch the entire Lego movie for free, just browse around on YouTube, and you might get an ad that literally includes the entire movie within it while just searching around. Holy cow, an hour? I thought I've seen the longest of 2 minutes for League of Legends, but wow, yeah. Me with Jackie Chan holding his head. So, is it deliberate or did some troll infiltrate the ad network? No, it's deliberate. It's an ad officially sponsored by Warner Brothers and the Lego company. I guess it's for Black Friday. They're just trying to convince people to buy the movie and maybe some of the other products. But I remember actually seeing something similar to that many years ago. There was this, and I'm not even sure if this ad was everywhere, but over here in Georgia, there was this show, like this, I guess, live show about a drama or something. It was actually filmed here in Georgia, and the ad was literally just the entire first episode, like half an hour long of that show, whatever the hell it was, and it was just there. You might be trying to watch some like meme video about like cats and League of Legends or whatever, but instead you would get an ad that's like the entire first episode of this show you've never heard of before. So it's been done before, and just never with an entire movie. And something tells me it's not the last time we're gonna see this, because it's just so out there and it catches you so off guard that you're almost interested to see where it goes. Yeah. It seems more like a trap for people or bots flipping through YouTube, testing to see whether or not they skip ads. Yeah. I mean, I skip almost every single ad that I get. Like, the only times I don't skip an ad is when it's for a game or a show that I really am looking forward to. Like, I believe I actually got an ad for Sakuna of Rise and Ruin or Tales of Vesperia, one of those two things. I was watching one video and got an ad for the other thing, some months ago, and I actually didn't skip it because I always wanted to look at it. But yeah, for the most part I always skip the ads, even if it's something that I'm technically interested in. Yeah, I don't know why anyone would do that though. Yeah, it would be a more pleasant experience if it didn't have those, like, even though it's the entire movie, it's still an ad, so it permanently has that skip ad button, and it's got like the thumbs up and thumbs down that lets you know if you like the ad or not. And you know, it's just not a good time. It's not the best way to watch the movie, but you know, whatever. Jokes on those people, since ad blocker exists in some people's PCs, Macs, etc. Yeah, just look there up. It's officially endorsed. Yeah, that's so it was really a thing. But I guess that was just a little interesting scenario that I encountered yesterday. I wanted to share. You know, it was a one-off thing Warner Bros. Did on YouTube to promote something. Yeah, but okay. Anyways, what we're doing? Yeah, we're playing Tales of Legendia, but we're done for right now. So we're still in chapter 1. I don't remember how many chapters there are here in the first half of the game. I'm pretty sure in the prologue, like the character arcs, is just one chapter per character, and then maybe like a final conclusive chapter. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, we're looking at around 50 to 60 hours of game time here, so we're gonna be here a minute. Anyways, well, yeah, I'll try to see if I can fix some of the frame rate drops that we were getting. See what I can do to fix it. And if not, I guess we'll just have to deal with it for the time being, because I really don't want to go back to the PS2 version, which won't give me the full resolution, like 1280 by 720, and I'll have to use a normal new game file instead of a new game plus file. You know, bunch of stuff. Some people already say they're getting ads within that ad. I mean, the movie itself, from what little I watched, the movie itself feels like an ad. It's just trying to tell you about Legos and capitalism, I guess. So I guess it's fitting that that movie specifically literally became an ad. Yeah, it's an adception. Yeah, but okay. But anyways, I think we're about done here for tonight. So hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I know John Abick in the audience is loving the series so far. So I'll definitely look forward to that. We'll continue this next Friday and Saturday, and look forward to some more Scenic Heroes tomorrow as we play Team Rose's campaign. I'll be fun, I suppose. We'll be dealing with Big the Cat. That's a thing. And again, maybe we'll do like a one-off Smash stream on the weekend it comes out, because I'm just so excited about that game. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, I am looking forward to more Sonic Heroes. Not for the right reasons, but we're still looking forward to it. Yeah, and well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been all for today. And so here says goodbye, Hollow Play 45.